What's good, my peopleizations? What's goody, my peopleizations? Somebody needs to tell them. Somebody needs to tell Chris Mannix, Sergio Mora, Stephen A. Smith. This is what Errol Spence told one of the great brothers. Put the camera down and turn around. That's what Errol Spence told one of the brothers. Put the camera down and turn around. Fred, you remember that? My brother Fred from the barbershop. Errol Spence said, put the camera down and turn around when somebody was coming to interview him. Don't even try it. Put the camera down and turn around. My brother Ahmad is Ahmad in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother Ahmad is Ahmad. Put the camera down and turn around. Terry Smoot Jr., Vince Williams, Ant Lang, Will Smith, RNS1, David the Real Thomas, Benjamin Harrington, Chilltown Majors, Ahmad is Ahmad, Gerard Casher, Malcolm Xavier, Lecce Puma Skills, whatever, man, Underground Asylum, Came So Smooth, Taymouth, Robert Brown, Donald Favors, Jay Lee, Rocco 3. The Zoom Verse, East Atlanta Bear, Just Joe King, Shogun 76, Ketty Peace 504, Big Texas Clayton Smith, Money in the Ghetto, TZ Franks, Knox 2K, Retros for Life 79, Boston, Demetrius Bright, EJJ, Jolson Nichols, Boxing Good, AB The Great 75, William Taggart, Jay Gibson, Shifting Gears, St. Louis Mick, my brother's keeper, Kareem Ebanks, Omar Hamilton, Hubble Telescope, Ethan Fresh 73, Quincy Carter, Styles and Stitches, Anthony Bolton, DP Rocker, Ethan Fresh 76, 73, Too Tough Talk, Austin Grant, Kimi Nation, Jesse R, Money in the Ghetto, Eric Holt, CLG 1984, Graves Curtis, Big Nick 32, Kyle 845, DeHaven Alexander, Chris Willis, Hubble Telescope, my brother G. Al in the building, Madera, Stark, or Winterfell. Yeah, let's get into this, my peoples. Quentin Thompson, Jaquan Pickett, Spazzolini 44, Willie Sams, D. Brown, Gio Horter, what's going on? Quentin Thompson, Fly High 89, Spice Kid, what's going on with y'all? Smash that like button, man. Let's work. Let's work. Tico, what's going on? Ruben Perez, what's going on? Compliance Restoration and Roofing, Willie Sams, Sherman Callahan, Vinny, Styles and Stitches, what's good, my peopleizations? Dr. Professor, what's going on? Philip Wright, Whit Ty, my brother, Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? Tiana Scott, peace and blessings, Queen, how you doing today? Daruk Grabner, what's going on? First name, last name, what's going on? He said, shout me out. My name is Joshua. So why your name, first name, last name? Jafari Caesar, what's going on? Patrick Patterson, Warlord 11 2023. What's going on? Jose Juarez, Mark Cuban, Cedric Brown, Jay Smith. What's going on, my peoples? GP, what's going on? Mark Macadocious, Mac of the South, Khalid Mays, Mr. G19. The Real Black Historian King, Fight to Prove My Love, Fight Night. What's going on? What's going on? My brother Edward James in the super chat. Honest opinion after Stephen A. Smith ran to Wilder. Do you look at him like Uncle? You know, it's been the case for a while like that. Nuke Juice, what's going on? Leighton Landrum, Johnny Q, Lloyd Lawrence UK. What's going on? This is nothing new from Stephen A. Smith. Jay Vinci, what's going on? That's Edward James. This is nothing new from Stephen A. Smith, great brother. Nothing new. Smash the like button. See they dragging their feet today on sending out them notifications, huh? Smash the like button. Let's work. Let's get the likes all the way up. I see they dragging their feet on sending out the likes, huh? Big Truck Trap Star, Khalid Mays, what's going on? Papito 7757. Patrick Patterson, what's going on, great brother? They slow on sending out those notifications today, I see, huh? So anyway, with that said, so with that said, you know, now they have this thing where now they're telling Deontay Wilder, Rampage Jackson, what's going on, great brother? Gregory X, my brother in Super Chat, he says, smash the like button and tweak the algorithm. Yes, yes, yes. Get the likes all the way up, my peoples. They're dragging their feet on sending out the notifications. Brandon Hill Sr., what's going on? Mr. P. Depps, my brother, what's going on? Yeah, they're dragging their feet today, as we can see on St. Louis Mick, my brother, what's going on? They're not sending out the notifications. Chris, what's going on? So, my brother Gregory X in the Super Chat, smash the like button and tweak the algorithms. Absolutely. Anthony Shelton, what's going on? Lee Easy, what's going on? Lay Easy, what's going on? Calvin Johnson, what's going on? So, as I stated, so they did this segment in DAZN. First, it was a tweet out. Okay, Shogun 76, what's going on? First, it was a tweet. It was tweeted out. Then the SS family, Joe Jack, what's going on? Then that turned into Calvin Johnson, what's going on? Nate Woolbright, what's going on? That turned into a whole segment. It was a segment from ESPN. Bomani UFG, what's going on? Via Bill, Texas, what's going on? It was a segment from ESPN. Now it's a segment on DAZN. Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers, what's going on? And they're telling, they have the same message. So this is how you know, my peopleizations, this is how you know that this was coerced. Okay, this is not an accident. Okay, this was done. Okay, this is in unison. They're in unison. Pound for pound king, Tom, what's going on? Wayman Davis, what's going on? Okay, they're in unison. Okay, they all have the same message, and they're using their platforms to try to sway the boxing public's opinion. Plain and simple. So they're telling you guys now to simply that it's Deontay Wilder's fault, instead of them saying what it truly is. Okay, is that they should have never went into negotiations when he has a trilogy match that he's obligated contractually to fulfill. Talib Cunningham, what's going on? Nitty G, Eric Young, what's going on? So they should have never went into negotiations to begin with. Essentially, they knew he was married and they went in a relationship anyway. And then when they find out that he's staying with the wife or the husband, right? Keon Cobb, what's going on? Chris, what's going on? Elijah Martinez, what's going on? CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell, my brother in the building, what's going on? That's me, what's going on? So now when they find out that they're going to stay with the significant other, DOG 215, Geo James Khalil 98, what's going on? That they made the choice that they're going to stay with the significant other simply because it's cheaper to keep them, right? And now everybody wants to point the finger at the significant other opposed to themselves and the person that they were involved with, because they knew what was at hand. Zudi, hey, what's going on? R. West, Elijah Martinez, Eli Zachary talks everything. Mark Ambrose, what's going on? Will Perdue, what's going on? You understand what I'm saying? They knew this was a possibility, right? So, with that said, why would they enter negotiations and then act surprised when it goes in favor of Deontay Wilder, but then say Deontay Wilder should take the step aside money? He should swallow his pride and step aside. Isn't that something? He should swallow his pride and step aside and allow them to fight for undisputed, because this is the fight that everybody wants. No, this is the fight that you're telling everybody that they want to see. Lyric music, what's going on? Lyrical music, what's going on? This David Washington, what's going on? This is the fight that you're telling everybody they want to see. Robert Brown, what's going on? And if I'm Deontay Wilder, Zone Knows Boxing, what's going on? I make it my business to say, when the fight week and media day and press conference come, they're not involved. Zone Knows Boxing, what's going on? Mentu Bo Hotep, Green Man, what's going on? because they told you, Jay Samuels, what's going on, that nobody wants to see him fight in the trilogy, right? So therefore, those platforms and these networks should not want to be on hand to interview or to promote this fight, right? You see what I'm saying? They shouldn't want to be involved. They shouldn't want to be on deck. Thomas Moreland, what's going on? And how do they expect, instead of them just straddle the fence, imagine this. I'm going to tell y'all something. Let me give y'all a scenario of how this is. Imagine the Nets and the Lakers are on their way to the NBA Finals. Everybody wants to see the Lakers and the Nets in the NBA Finals. Everybody wants to see LeBron James, right? Kevin Durant and LeBron James play, right? Mr. P. Depps, what's going on? Chantel Hill, what's going on? Rico, what's going on? Everybody wants to see LeBron James and Kevin Durant, the Nets and the Lakers in the finals, right? Now imagine the Nets get to the finals. Javier Carrillo, what's going on? DP Rocco, what's going on? Now imagine this. The Nets get to the finals, right? And the Nets are in the finals and they're waiting for the Lakers, right? Now, in the Eastern Conference Finals, Abdul Anwar, what's going on? In the Eastern Conference Finals, the Nets lose one game, right? They have one hiccup, get to the finals. Now, let's say in the Western Conference Finals, the Lakers play the Clippers, right? Tour World, what's going on? Let's say the Lakers play the Clippers and they have a few stumbles, right? Imagine the series is tied 3-3. They have to play one more game. But imagine the media saying, well, you know something? They shouldn't even play this game. The Clippers should just step aside and let the Lakers go ahead and play the Nets in the finals because that's what everybody wants to see anyway. Imagine that. Because you know there's an opportunity. The Clippers could win that game 7 and we might see the Clippers and the Nets in the finals instead of the Lakers and the Nets like everybody wants to see. So imagine that. Imagine ESPN and CBS and TNT and all. Let's Shaq, Kenny, and Charles and Shaq, Kenny, Charles, and Ernie. Imagine them. Imagine them. Right? Say, well, we don't want to see a game 7. We don't want to see a game 7. The Clippers should just go ahead. Juan Carmona, he said the series is not tied. You missed the point. Black Thanos, but I didn't expect y'all to get that. I didn't expect everybody to understand what I was just getting ready to say. Mr. Cool Guy, Anwar Willis, what's going on? I didn't expect everybody to get that. Some people going to get it. Some people won't. Black Thanos, what's going on? Kevin Money, Slim Jim 314, what's going on? Oh, but the series not tied. You missed the point. I'm giving you an analogy for basketball, and it's one game. So it's one fight. Right? So, Chris Rob Media TV, what's going on? Wayman Davis, what's going on? So, imagine then, right? TNT, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, Shaq, and Ernie. Imagine them sitting there and saying, nobody wants to see the Clippers in this game. We already know that the Lakers, they beat them in the regular season. They beat them already 3 games in this series. We don't want to see them again. Let's just go ahead and let's just move forward. And then we revisit that game. Huh? No. It's a process. The reason the Lakers, Jamal Barbie, what's going on? Stingy Loco, what's going on? The Lakers signed up. Joseph Obang, what's going on? They understand that this is a 7-game series. Just like that, Tyson Fury, he signed up for a 3-game series, a 3-fight series. Jack T, what's going on? Tyson Fury signed up for a 3-fight series. Bobo, what's going on? And instead of them saying, well, Tyson Fury, he signed up for a 3-fight series. No, everybody wants to act and say, now you have the media actually telling y'all that he should step aside. He should step aside. So they're telling you that he should step aside now. My brother Daniel Staley in the super chat dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, Blue Blood. I know I'm late, but here a little something for that 1K sub. Brother, YouTube got games not getting no notifications. Hashtag Bomb Squad. Hashtag Boots. Yeah, I appreciate you, great brother. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate you, Daniel Staley, though. Yeah, y'all just got to check in. The General, my brother, in the building in the super chat. He said, hey, Milwaukee Bucks, the media wants to see the Nets versus the Lakers, so just give up now type of. Exactly. Exactly, General. Hey, the Bucks shouldn't participate because although Giannis is a 2-time MVP, the Milwaukee Bucks should not participate because we want to see the Lakers and the Nets play in the finals. Really? Chappelle Show 56, what's going on? Really? So Deontay Wilder successfully defended the title 10 times. He held the belt for 5 years. He's knocked down and knocked out every opponent he's ever faced. He has one loss. A-Wavy 09, what's going on? One loss. But get this, though. CC 30 T-Dub 75 79 19. What's going on? But get this though. Anthony Joshua has a loss. Rock Gut, what's going on? But they want to see him versus Tyson Fury. But nobody talks about the fact that Anthony Joshua, well, he lost to a lesser. How do I say this? He lost to a guy that wasn't on the radar, and Deontay Wilder, Matrix Theory, what's going on? He lost to a guy that was seen as the best heavyweight in the world at one point in time. That gets dismissed. Evil Minded, what's going on? That gets dismissed. Alvin Leba, what's going on? Okay, Alvin LeBay, he said he don't deserve a rematch after those excuses. And Anthony Joshua deserved the rematch with Andy Ruiz. Now go ahead and tell us. Oh, you forgot about the excuses Anthony Joshua made after he lost to Andy Ruiz, didn't you? Now go ahead and tell us. Alvin LeBay. Go ahead. Dwayne Jones, what's going on? King E 8031. Joseph Obang, what's going on? Go ahead and tell us. Shamar Rasham Shalom, my brother, what's going on? Go ahead. Tell us. Jesus Castro, what's going on? Oh, but you forgot that Anthony Joshua did make those excuses as to why he lost. Go ahead. Tell us. Tell us, great brother. Fly Guy Indy, what's going on? Tell us, great brother. David Oldhams, what's going on? Joshua's, he didn't deserve it either. So then you don't watch boxing. So who's supposed to fight? Joshua didn't deserve it. Deontay Wilder didn't deserve it. So who you want to see fight? Bobo, what's going on? The Big Steel, what's going on? Anthony Jacobs, what's going on? Jabari Bath, what's going on? Kenny, what's going on? So Joshua didn't deserve it. Deontay Wilder don't deserve it. So then who you want to see fight? Let me ask you a question. Adrian Pittman, my brother. Kizzy Hayes, John Norrie, what's going on? Adrian Pittman, where you been at, great brother? Capo TV, what's going on? Real Talk, what's going on? So then who you wanted to see box? John Blaze 06, what's going on? So after Muhammad Ali lost to Joe Frazier, you didn't want to see him box no more? Rika Rabbit 12, what's going on? Mark Redmond, what's going on? So after Muhammad Ali lost, you didn't want to see him box anymore? Mauricio G, what's going on? Mario Forster, what's going on? Yeah, no? Huh? Sugar Fantastic, my brother in the super chat, he said they still mad. Oh, for sure. No, they big mad, great brother. Salute to my brother Sugar Fantastic, always coming through, studding up, showing love. Yova, TD LLC, what's going on? No, they big mad. Wilder should let them fight and then fight the winner. Oh, why should he? You just said that you goodbye. Get him going. I don't even want to see him. I started to respond, but now I don't even want to see you. MJM Fox, what's going on? DT Taylor, what's going on? See, I'm quick. I'm quicker than you thought. You tried to run the fast one, like, oh, Josh, because you knew you couldn't get around the fact that, see, you used to go on these other channels that say anything, right? And then Freddie Melendez, what's going on? Then it clicked to you, oh, snap, Joshua made the same excuses, but I wanted to see that rematch, right? So then you had to say what you said, oh, Joshua didn't deserve it. But then at the same time, you're going to come back and say, well, he should just let Joshua. So then why you want to see Joshua fight? Joshua hasn't lost as well. Goodbye. Get him out of here. Don't want to see him now. Justin Hutchinson, what's going on? Get him out of here. Goodbye. Shamar Rasham, Shalom, my brother in the super chat. Who getting the business, Blue? What I miss? Oh yeah, we're gonna extend this. George, what's going on, great brother? Eric Williams, what's going on? Kenneth West, what's going on? Thought he was quick with it, like that commercial. Gotta be quicker than that. Remember when he had the dollar out there? Gotta be quicker than that. Andy Vaughn, what's going on? Pidgey and Mike Tyson, what's going on? Gotta be quicker than that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Motorcycle in the shop. David Scott III, what's going on? Goldie Boyley, what's going on? Yeah, you got to be quicker than that. Black Star Sports TV 2.0, what's going on? Darrell Benningfield, what's going on? See, I started to go into it, but then I realized, no. Good try. Good try. You just realized that, oh, snap, Joshua did make those same excuses, and then you realized that, so you tried to say, well, Joshua didn't. So then who you wanted to see fight? Well, then Deontay should just step aside. Ken Broadwater, what's going on? And let them fight. Goodbye. Dustin Black, what's going on? Goodbye. Goodbye. Jew Blue, what's going on? Lions Boston and Media, what's going on? Phil J 508, what's going on? Kyle Brown, yes, sir. What's going on? Yeah, no, you tried to get me. Got to be quicker than that. No. Good try, though. So what happens is this, right? Is that, see, the thing is, just like that, right? Now, this same very platform, right? Now, they should be doing the sport of boxing. This is why the sport of boxing is always in the place that it is. This is why it can't pull counter boxing. What's going on? Pablo 9-3, Jordan Maverick, what's going on? Right? This is why the sport of boxing can't make it back to mainstream media like it should be. This is why. Because you have ESPN and DAZN, Seth Chillis, what's going on? Right? No, we never get those numbers for Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola. Never got them. Kashif Dixon, what's going on? So Eric Holt, what's going on? Wayman Davis, what's going on? So now here you have Real Talk, what's going on? What did he say? Real Talk said, what excuses did AJ make? I don't know. You got to go look it up. I'm not going back through that. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know what Deontay Wilder said, right? But you don't remember what Anthony Joshua said. It's called selective memory. Marcus Joseph, Big Block, what's going on? Antonio Coleman, what's going on? Now it's selective memory. Nobody remember what Anthony Joshua said, why he lost, and why his dad came in the ring and confronted Eddie Hearn and told Eddie Hearn, DOT 215, what's going on? Tay Hill, what's going on? Told Eddie Hearn, why you let my son fight? We wasn't supposed to fight tonight. You knew he was hurt. You knew, oh, y'all forgot about that, huh? No, go to the videotape. Go to the videotape. Immediately after the fight, go look what his father said. Go look what his father said. Oh, y'all forgot that they started to say, well, he was hurt in sparring 2 weeks earlier. He had got knocked out in sparring. Anthony Joshua said it was a gift, a gift from the boxing gods that came down and helped Andrew Ruiz out. Oh, y'all forgot about that, huh? Oh, y'all forgot about that. Oh, I ain't forget, though. I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Carter, what's going on? I didn't forget at all. Because, see, I covered everything. And that's what they fail to do, right? Cable King TV, what's going on? That's what they fail to do. They don't cover everything. They cover one side. So instead of them saying, okay, well, Anthony Joshua got to handle business with his WBO mandatory challenger anyway. Nobody had a problem with it. So let's get this straight. I'm gonna lay it out for y'all again. Real Talk said, I clearly remember AJ saying, give Andy his full credit. Yeah, because you clearly have selective memory. How you clearly remember that, but you clearly forgot what all the other things he said? How you clearly remember him saying, oh, he give him all his credit, but you clearly forgot. You just conveniently forgot everything else he said. Mr. Blue, what's going on? How? So you ain't see nothing else he said. That's what you're telling me. But you know everything Deontay Wilder said, though. So let's just say that is the case. Then that means somebody ain't doing their job on this side. Jimmy Bernard, what's going on? Snoop 500, what's going on? So that means somebody not doing their job correctly on this side. If you know everything Deontay Wilder said and a quote unquote making up excuses, then and you don't know what Anthony Joshua said, then that means the media only gave you one side, right? EK Solo Productions, what's going on? My brother Jay Good, what's going on? Right? So that means there's an issue there. If you didn't know what he said, but you know what he said, then somebody ain't doing their job. TB Rice, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said they dragged Floyd for years, telling him to be a warrior over being a businessman. Now all of a sudden they want Deontay Wilder to be a businessman over warrior. Wow, wow, wow. Shout out to KQKC. Yep. Wow, wow, wow. Terry Saker, what's going on? Exactly, great brother. Now all of a sudden, everybody talking about, oh, take the money and step to the side. Darius Garraway, what's going on? That's just why this sport is always in the position it's in. Sergeant Slaughter, what's going on? Kick Science Socially, what's going on? Henry King, what's going on? That's why this sport is in the position it's in. That's why. Yeah, Jack T. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Well, I didn't forget. I just didn't choose to go back in that far in the memory book. But my brother Jack T in the super chat, he said also AJ blamed the crowd and Wilder. He sure did. He said he was focused on Deontay Wilder and trying to upstage what Deontay Wilder did a week before with Dominic Brazil. And then he said, and another thing was switching lanes. What's going on? Then he said, Dark Kid 718, what's going on? Then he said, it was the crowd. I could hear the crowd in my ear so much, and I tried to please the crowd because I heard them start to boo. When you heard them start to boo in the fight? Reese, what's going on? I heard them starting to boo after I dropped Andrew Ruiz the first time, and I tried to please the crowd. Oh, but Real Talk don't remember that. You don't remember that. Cisco X, what's going on? Jim Papa, what's going on? Brick Boy Jones, what's going on? He don't remember that, though. All he remembers is AJ uplifting Andy Ruiz, conveniently. But you don't remember Deontay Wilder giving Tyson Fury no credit. All you remember is him saying, making up excuses, right? You see how that works? Kevin Washington, what's going on? Surprised, not surprised. Surprised, not surprised. So we got 630 people. We should have 630 likes. How many likes do we have? Hendo Stick, Kev, what's going on? We got 630 people. We should have 630 likes, and I'm sure we don't. So can we do me a favor, my peopleizations? Can we get the likes to 630? Because I'm almost certain we don't have 630 likes. The interview on IFL TV. Yeah, okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Prince Hakeem, Adrian Vett, what's going on? Is that the only interview he did? Jonathan Simon, what's going on? Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens. Go subscribe to my brother, Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. Reggie, drop that link. Goldie Borley, brother in Super Chat. I mean, he said we got 414 likes. That's not enough. That means we got 240 people moonlighting. Smash the like button. Kavon Slim, my brother in Super Chat. If they want Fury AJ, then Fury had to emulate what he did to Wilder the last fight. Should be easy according to UK fans, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Marvin 1919, what's going on? So now let's talk about this, right? Also, Kobe Allen, what's going on? So now people forgot about this as well. Miraculously. So remember, nobody had an issue with Anthony Joshua fighting his mandatories and not fighting Deontay Wilder, did they? Somebody stop me. So everybody remember Anthony Joshua fighting his mandatories, and nobody had an issue with him fighting his mandatories, right? Nobody had an issue with that, right? Okay. So now he has a mandatory in Alexander Usyk, who was a cruiserweight undisputed champion, who was undefeated, not a 40-year-old Alexander Povetkin, but a cruiserweight who's undefeated, who's still young, in his prime, in Alexander Usyk, who's the WBO mandatory challenger. But why is the media saying why aren't they talking about Alexander Usyk getting his opportunity? New Jersey, Mr. T.Y., what's going on? Why aren't they talking about Alexander Usyk getting his opportunity? Like they was talking about Anthony Joshua. Why isn't Eddie Hearn saying Anthony Joshua has to fight his mandatories? Huh? Where is that? Now everybody wants to act like Alexander Usyk. Hold on. In none of these segments, they're mentioning Alexander Usyk. Isn't that amazing? Isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? What? Now nobody even mentioned Alexander Usyk? He don't exist? RXP Nasty, what's going on? Devin Blocker, what's going on, my brother? Shaft, what's going on? So now nobody's talking about Alexander Usyk? But what happened to him having to satisfy his mandatories when it came to Deontay Wilder? Now we don't even talk about mandatories? But he has a mandatory who's waving his hand and jumping up and down and saying, I need my opportunity, and we're going to act like we don't see that man? We're going to act like we don't see that man? Shalom Allah, what's going on? Yeah, Jay Good, I had to hit him with the Stevie. Nori Genti, what's going on? So now we're going to act like he don't exist. Tamari Lloyd, peace and blessings, Queen, how you doing? Antonio Coleman, what's going on? Now Alexander Usyk don't even exist, huh? Isn't that something? Damian Milton, my brother in Super Chat. He said, dropping that half a go on us in the Super Chat. Blue, you're on their neck like Kwame Brown. Don't let up on them, my good brother. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. How Floyd said, absolutely. Taffy, what's going on? Crypto whiteboards, what's going on? Huh? Right? So now you got they doing all of this, they waving, they jumping up and down, they doing everything. But nobody wants to acknowledge them? Nobody acknowledges them? Isn't that something? 33 King Major, my brother in the Super Chat, much love to you. Brandon Burford, what's going on, great brother? Didn't Wilder avoid his mandatory Dillian Whyte when he had to? Well, I'm just gonna Brandon Burford. I'm just gonna give you a pass because I'm just gonna assume that you may not know. James, what's going on? I'm just gonna assume you don't know. Smash that like button though, my peoples. Let's get the likes all the way up. Get the likes all the way up. I'm just going to assume that yeah, you may not be informed all the way. But why would he avoid Dillian Whyte? Like people gotta, we gotta stop and think. Like Reese, what's going on? Why would he avoid Dillian Whyte? For what? Bulldog Boxing, what's going on? He fought Luis Ortiz in a second fight, who was considered the boogeyman in the heavyweight division that nobody wanted to box outside of him, and still nobody fought. He volunteered to fight him a second time. He volunteered to fight him the first time. He didn't have to fight him the first time after Luis Ortiz failed the test. He didn't have to fight him again then. He chose to fight him the first time. And then he chose to fight him again in the rematch. And to this day, Luis Ortiz can't get an opportunity. To this day, pun intended. Till this day, pun intended. He can't get an opportunity. Yet, Andy Latimer, what's going on? Yet he would rather just maneuver around Dillian Whyte. I mean, come on, people. Jill James, Khalil 98, my brother. Boss Red 357, Ronald Harrod, what's going on? Kelly Johnson, what's going on? Like, come on, people. Come on. He said Dillian Whyte showed the text, bro. Okay, real talk. I know what side of the fence you stand on. So guess what? What text did he show? As a matter of fact, let me go ahead. I got a little bit of time. Like what my brother Moneybag Yo said. I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. I got time. Because after I give you this work, right? I'm gonna need you to drop at least a dub in the super chat. How about that? Real talk. We're gonna need you to drop a dub. Because since you want to eat up the clock and just dribble a ball around, you want to eat up the clock? Okay, we're gonna need you to drop a dub. Because after this, you know, after this class is going to get ready to be in session, right? Gonna need you to drop that dub. We're gonna need you to drop that dub. So now the brother said, bro, Dillian Whyte showed the text. Okay, what text did he show? Let's go ahead. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this. You want to eat up the clock. Kev Harris, my brother in Super Chat. Appreciate you, great brother. L-Dub Boxing, my brother Lawrence Williams in the building. Go subscribe to my brother L-Dub Boxing, Lawrence Williams. Lawrence, drop that link, great brother. As soon as you come in, drop the link. Don't wait for me to tell you. Drop it ASAP. So go ahead, great brother. What Texas did he show? Come on. Let's deal with time frames in Texas. Go ahead. You say he dropped the Texas. He showed the Texas. Okay. I'm just stating facts from the interview. Okay, so real talk. Let's just rewind. You said, I'm just stating facts from the interview I've seen. Okay. Once again, real talk. Do you live in the UK? Let me ask you a question. Do you live in the UK? B. Brown, what's going on? You always seem to see their side, but never see both sides. How is that possible? How could that be possible? How come you always see everything that's opposite of what Deontay Wilder does and says, but you never see what on his side? How could that be possible? Or is it that you only choose to see through the lenses and the eyes of everybody that's on the opposite side of the field on Deontay Wilder? Huh? Go ahead and tell us, real talk. Brandon Woods, what's going on? Go ahead and tell us. Inform me. Just let me know. Give me a heads up. You know, who I'm going in, who we talking with, right? Because you seem to always see. He showed the text of Wilder saying he doesn't have to fight him for 2 years on his own, right? He showed the text of Wilder saying he didn't have to, right? So did you know why he said that? Real talk. Now I'm gonna need you to drop that dub. So did you know why he said that, though? Yes or no? Did you know why he said that? See, you're never supposed to read a book starting from the back. You should want to do ONNC and X. What's going on? You should want to do your research and go back all the way and actually see where it started. Never start reading a book from the back or in the middle because you don't get the full story. So you saying, well, he showed the text saying Wilder said he didn't have to fight him for 2 years. But why did Wilder say that? Did you know that? Or you didn't care to find out why Wilder said that? You saw was Wilder said, "Oh, I'm gonna fight you in 2 years," and you said, "Oh, well, let me close the book." You see, Wilder said you don't have to fight him in 2 years. Is that what you did, or did you actually want to do the research to get the full story, or you didn't want the full story because it doesn't really matter to you what Wilder says or what stance he takes? Wayman Davis, what's going on? Come on, good brother, let me know. Come on, good brother, let me know. It don't matter to you what stance Wilder take, because you really only truly care about one side. Anything that pertains to going against Deontay Wilder, that's where you like to be. So here we should deal with facts over feelings. There's no problem with wanting to be on that side, because just say, "Hey man, I don't like this guy Deontay Wilder. I don't favor him." K. Molly at 504, what's going on? Just say that. Mark Ambrose, what's going on? My brother Emmanuel H in the super chat dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, "Salute Blue Kings and Queens in the chat. Late, but getting to the party kicked off right. The zone of ESPN is a swallow his pride and step aside. Real question is why they trying so hard to break contractual agreement. Bud doing everything but accepting that 60-40. Shaking my head. This is a fact. This is a fact, great brother. I agree with you. Salute my brother Emmanuel H, man. Yep. Mike Cash, my brother, in the super chat, dropping that quarter and a nickel on your boy of a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, "Tell him to quit playing with you, Blue." Oh, for sure. But it's okay, Mike Cash, because I got time today. I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. See, that's the thing. He don't realize I had time today. My brother Emmanuel H back in the super chat, dropping that half a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. 50 piece for dude because he ain't got that dub, and giving him an extra 30 to cash to smash that like button on the way out. Facts. So did you realize, great brother, real talk, what's the full story? So then there you have it. See? Now let me ask you a question. You just asked me what's the full story. So now I'm going to ask you this question. Dom Miguel TVE said, "Blue, you're hilarious." Hey, bro, I can't help it. So, hey, Junkyard One, what's going on? So now, great brother, you just said to me, what's the full story? So let me ask you this question. Why didn't you care to research and try to find the full story? Memphis, Tennessee, in the building. What's going on? Let me ask you this question. The more important question is, why didn't you feel it was necessary to go and try to find the full story? Elbow, what's going on? Instead of just running with a piece that you heard. Mr. Mechanical, what's going on? Now, real talk. Let me ask you that question. Why didn't you say, let me go, what did Wilder say about this? All you saw was one side. I mean, since we're young, in grade school, they teach you it's always two sides to a story. Rod C, what's going on? They teach us from the beginning, it's always two sides to a story. So if you heard one side, why didn't you say, why wasn't it necessary or important for you to find out the other side as well? Signs of Times TV HQ, what's going on? Huh? I would like to know that. Star City J, what's going on? Explain that, real talk. Reggie, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Nah, you need to pay that man, fam. Yeah. We need that dub. Dub City. Drop the dub. Genuine TV, what's going on? Huh? So real talk, explain to me, just let me know. Why didn't you say, well, if Dillian Whyte said this, well, let me see why Wilder said this. Did he show you the entire conversation, or did he only show you a piece where Deontay Wilder said, "I don't have to fight you for 2 years"? Do you think Deontay Wilder just picked up his phone and said, "I don't have to fight you for 2 years"? Said. Huh? You don't think there was nothing else said? You don't think there was no other dialogue? Just asking a question. Just asking for a friend. Really, bro? What's going on? No, he didn't really, bro. He did. He said that? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he did. No, he didn't, great brother. I missed that. No, he didn't. No, he did not. I actually used to love Deontay Wilder until he turned his back on the black. Oh, man. Hey, man, real talk. Deuces, great brother. Deuces. Oh, man. See, I told y'all. What did I tell y'all? Right? Hey, Twin Towns, what's going on? Kadarius Bryant, what's going on? See, I told y'all. All I got to do, you start peeling back the onion and the tears start to flow. The more you peel back the onion, the layers on the onion, the more the tears start to flow. You start to see, right, the underneath, what's going on underneath the surface, right? And now the brother is saying that he used to be a huge fan of Deontay Wilder until Deontay Wilder turned his back on the black man. What are we, who are you talking about? See, I told you, it has nothing to do with boxing. Tone 40, what's going on? Jane Wayne Citizen, what's going on? It has nothing to do with boxing. Christopher Campbell, what's going on? I told you guys, it has nothing to do with boxing. I could do this all day. If you put me on the panel with Stephen A. and Max Kellerman and Sergio Moore and all these people, put me on the panel with them. And I start to peel back that layer, and it has nothing to do with boxing. But they'll tell you it's all about Deontay Wilder don't have skills. Or Deontay Wilder lost so bad to Tyson Fury, we don't want to see him boxing no more. Well, Anthony Joshua lost bad to Andy Ruiz Jr. But that got erased because he actually got his rematch. So you conveniently forgot how he got dropped 4 times and stopped in the very same round that Deontay Wilder did against Tyson Fury. Corn 4-3, my brother. What's going on? Jack Zeldin, Cinnamon Savage, what's going on? See, John Anderson, what's going on? You forgot that happened with Anthony Joshua, or they want you to forget that happened with Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua got the rematch. And in an unpleasing manner, everybody was like, man, this dude Anthony Joshua is just, look how he running around the ring. He not engaging with him. He not doing nothing. Look what he doing. Right? Right? So now the brother said he used to be a huge fan until he turned his back. Turned his back on who? Who did he turn his back on? You know that man personally? You know Deontay Wilder personally? Come on, man. Where they come up with this stuff? But get this though. Anthony Joshua could have put his foot down, right? Now get this though. I'm gonna show y'all something. Anthony Joshua could have put his foot down and said, let's make the fight with Deontay Wilder for undisputed. But he didn't do it. You didn't even hear him talk in publicly about it, but 2-3 times. You ain't saying the same thing for Anthony Joshua. You pushing for Anthony Joshua to fight Tyson Fury. Why didn't Anthony Joshua give Deontay Wilder the same sort of approach to the undisputed that he's doing right now for Tyson Fury? Go ahead and tell me that. Big Nick 32, my brother in Super Chat. I just look at my wrist. I got time today. Featuring the bright across the line today. Facts. Facts. I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. Salute to my brother, Big Nick 32 in the Super Chat. Bo 1, my brother in the Super Chat. Salute, Big Brother Blue. Just drove 8 hours to NC and chilling with the live stream. Salute to you, great brother. Glad you had safe travels. Right? So now, the brother said, oh, I was a fan till Wilder turned his back. Turned his back on who? So why didn't you have the same sentiments when it comes to Anthony Joshua and Anthony Joshua approach with Deontay Wilder? Why didn't he go to this length to make the undisputed match with Deontay Wilder? As you said, 2 brothers. Eastside League, what's going on? That's my guy, Moneybag Yo. So why didn't you go to that length with him? Why didn't you tell Eddie Hearn, hey, man, this is for undisputed? What was the difference? It was both for undisputed, right? No, you didn't do that, though. Jeff Herbert, what's going on? Sean Gibson, what's going on? You didn't do that, though. I remember selective platforms going hard, including myself, to push for Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Now, all these platforms that's pushing for Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, I ain't see none of them pushing for Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua to this degree. Yeah, Goldie Boily, because I already, Goldie Boily, see, orange peel back the onion, you can see. We can see. See, I already knew what it was. I already knew what it was. I told y'all, every single time I have these conversations, you start peeling back the layers, it always boils down to something other than boxing. Always. But, and remember, in the beginning, I said, well, what about Joshua's excuses? He forgot about that. Then he said, I didn't want to see Joshua fight it either. Then I said, okay, well, then what about this? Well, he should just let Wilder and just let Fury and Joshua. Why? All day, man. We can do this all day. Big Truck Trap Star, my brother in the super chat. Once again, he said, wait, bro, what, didn't get Joshua a fight, same team? He said, wait, bro, Whyte didn't get Joshua fight, same team. Yeah, well, Whyte got the fight already. Dillian Whyte got the fight with Anthony Joshua. He lost. And ironically, he got knocked out. And guess what round? Seventh. But they was discussing. Now, let me give y'all, let me just show y'all something. Anthony Joshua knocked out Dillian Whyte in the 7th round, right? They discussed, I want y'all to listen to this now. They discussed and negotiated for Dillian Whyte to fight Anthony Joshua a second time at Madison Square Garden. But he said he wouldn't take the $50 million to fight Deontay Wilder in the U.S. But he was going to fight Tyson Fury outside of the UK. He was going to fight Dillian Whyte, who he already knocked out, in a rematch. He knocked Dillian Whyte out in the seventh round. He was going to fight Dillian Whyte in a rematch at Madison Square Garden. Now, who in the States know who Dillian Whyte is? And why would you rematch somebody you knocked out, making your professional debut in the United States at the most famous arena in the world? Please explain that to me. But they would not, he was not willing to fight Deontay Wilder for undisputed in the U.S. Now, somebody stop me. Cowboy 357, what's going on? Felix Caesar, what's going on? Emmanuel H, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping a half a hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. Real talk, I'm covering your debt to Blue and the chat for wasting our time. Also, smash the like button on the way out. Wilder been rocking with us till this day. We know who Real Talk voted for in the election. This is a fact. I mean, you can't make this up. You can't make this stuff up. Herman Smith, what's going on? And I ain't even get into why Deontay Wilder said what he said to Dillian Whyte. Didn't even have to do it. I didn't even have to do it. All you have to do is ask questions. Herman Smith, what's going on? All you have to do is ask questions. I didn't even have to get into why he said what he said to Dillian Whyte. Didn't even have to do it. You don't even have to do it. So if you put me on the panel, please, I wish they put me on the panel so I could ask the questions with them. And hey, why are you pushing for this so hard? Why are you pushing for this so hard? Because it's only one fight. It's only one fight. Get this. I want y'all to understand this. Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder in a month and a half, 2 months from now. He still can negotiate. You've been waiting for Anthony Joshua. They announced, people, I want y'all to understand it. They announced that Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury agreed to a 2-fight deal June 10th of 2020. That is over 12 months ago. We going into June 10th. We're going into June of 2021. Again, a calendar year. And you didn't get that fight. They was both sitting on the shelf. So you can't wait 2 more months and 1 more fight to get it? They was talking about it happening in September anyway. Frank Warren said it may not happen until September. So you can't wait till October? What's the rush? What is the rush? It's only one fight. And Weren't y'all saying that Anthony Joshua had to satisfy his mandatory? So what's wrong with Anthony Joshua fighting Kubrat Alexander Usyk? That's a big fight. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, that's a big fight. It's only one fight. Or you don't believe that Tyson Fury going to beat Deontay Wilder a third time. Or you believe that maybe, just maybe, Anthony Joshua gets upset by Alexander Usyk. Jay Good, my brother in the super chat, since real talk is for the, where was his opinion of Dillian laughing at Barry Hearn sitting right beside him talking about exactly? Because he said Deontay Wilder turned his back on the brother. Really? Where did he get that from, Jay Good? Where did he get that from? Where? That's what I want to know. Where did you get that from? Jay Gibson, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, pay that man Blue, fam. Yeah. Yeah. Can't do it. You can't do it. Christopher Schaefer, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Wilder's doing exactly what he needs to be done. He must force the trilogy. If he takes step aside money, he will never see another opportunity. They will duck him for life. This is a fact. They're trying to do it right now. And he's contractually obligated to get the trilogy. But yet they're advising that he steps aside and just puts it in a contract. And then on top of it, listen to this. This is what gets me. Now listen to this. On top of it, they're saying, well, we ain't going to give him $20 million. So you don't want to get. So now Tyson Fury said he asked for $20 million. They all saying, well, we not $20 million, but you can get half and just step aside. Huh? So you don't want to give him the trilogy, and you don't want to give him the money that he's supposedly asked for in the $20 million. Where do they do this stuff at? Only in boxing. So you don't want to give him the 20. So now they're saying he shouldn't get the 20 million either. He should take 10 million and step aside. Where does this happen at? And they said, and they had the nerve to say, put it in the bank, in the trust fund, let it build up. Where does this happen at? Where does this happen at? Dominic Horton, what's going on? Twin D, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. I just stepped in the room, wiped my feet, and already see that you need to break out the intelligence requirement and or hypocrisy media for today's conversation. Shaking. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Can't make it up. Quan 43 said, LOL Blue, you got my son doing your super chat. Yeah, dropping that dub. You know what I mean? Reese, what's going on? Abdul Rahim, what's going on? He gonna be great, man. Lee Audio, what's going on? He gonna be great. My brother Quan 43, his son gonna be great, man. And we gonna support him. And we ain't gonna let stuff like this happen. Real Gamer, what's going on? You can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't. Yaakov One White, my brother, what's going on? You can't make this stuff up. Oh man, he don't give him the 20 million he looking for, supposedly. That we know that never even happened. And they still saying that, and we know Bob Arum said that never even happened. John Crane, what's going on? They said that he was never even willing from the beginning. So they attempted. Jethro 66, what's going on? So they attempted by saying, oh, here go this number. So that never even happened. They said he was unwilling from the very beginning. He was unwilling from the very beginning to even listen to any type of step aside conversation. So where did they get the $20 million from? Tyson Fury, Haram Mania, what's going on? Huh? Where did they get this from? They said he was unwilling to listen to any type of step aside. So how did they come up with a number and say he asked for 20 million? Please, somebody help me out. Liberty City Boy, what's going on? How could that be possible? Kobe Allen, what's going on? If he wasn't unable to listen from the beginning, then how did they come up with a number? They said that he from the beginning was saying all he want was the fight. So then where did they come up with a number? Doesn't even, it don't even, but they continue to tell you he asked for 20 million. Bradford, Brandon Buford, my brother in the super chat. Wilder, the fastest in the division, will catch Fury like fight one. Fury dropping weight to run from AJ is perfect scenario for Wilder to drop for Fury for good. Yeah, he gonna gain that weight back. I don't believe he even lost that much weight. Walter Hightower, what's going on? He just stretched out. He's so tall, so you can't really tell. Can't really tell. But yeah, that's what Brandon Buford. That's the thing. They know that Deontay Wilder stands a chance to knocking him out. It's only one fight, people. Why wouldn't they just promote this fight and say, okay, well, okay, Tyson Fury gets paid. So I'm gonna give y'all another example. They're saying Patrick Holmes is going on. See, I could do this all day. They're telling you, well, Deontay Wilder, he will get a payday if he stepped aside, and he would get the Anthony Joshua fight, so he's getting paid twice, right? So if Tyson Fury fights Deontay Wilder and he beats him easy, like they say, beyond above media, right? He beats him easy, like they say, then he gets 2 paydays too, bigger than $10 million. William Sherrock Jr., shalom to you, King. Right? Alex, what's going on? So then Fury gets paid twice. Why aren't you giving that scenario? Even bigger. So if you're saying 10 million for Wilder, well, he's gonna get 30 million for the trilogy, and then he's gonna get 75 million for the Joshua fight. So why wouldn't you advise Fury to take those 2 fights since you said it's an easy fight for Tyson Fury? Somebody stop me. I could do this all day. Oh, Stokes, what's going on? Rated time, my brother in super chat dropping that half a duh on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute Blue in chat. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. Salute to you, great brother. Always coming through, showing love, man. Every day, my brother. Rated time. How's everything going with your family, great brother? President Jafar, what's going on? Isn't that 2 paydays for Tyson Fury? Because it's an easy out, right? It's an easy fight for Tyson Fury, right? The Guru, right? Guru, what's going on? Packer, the Falco, what's going on? Marcus Bell, what's going on? Jesus Juarez, what's going on? Texas Bulldog Boxing, my brother in super chat. He said they only wanted a UK undisputed to what is 100. Yep. My brother Bish B Megastar in the building. Yep. Texas Bulldog Boxing. Exactly. Patrick Holmes, what's going on? If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, little cousins, friends with little kids, friends with cousins, have them subscribe to KK Pinson TV. My brother Bish, Big Megastar, that's his little princess's channel. I want to bring their channel up as much as possible. So if y'all have kids, have them subscribe to KK Pinson TV. My brother Bish dropped the link. That's my brother Bish, B Megastar. The real Rick Rob, my brother, what's going on? Cooper Pactober, what's going on? Isaiah Felix, what's going on? So this is my thing, right? East Oakland, 3500, what's going on? So here's my thing, right? So then you look at it from that standpoint, and you got to say to yourself, well, then he beats him easy the first time, you said. He walked him down and stopped him the second time. Then either one of those game plans should work for the third fight, and it should be even easier. As I told you guys, you play video games, right? When you play video games, you play the game Contra. The first time you play it and you get to the end and you beat the game, right? It was hard. May have been difficult. And then the second time, it's easier. And third time, you could do it with your eyes closed. So he should be able to do it with his eyes closed, get up $30 million payday, walk into the Joshua fight $30 million richer than he is right now, right? And get $75 to $100 million to fight Joshua in 2 fights or more. Or more. Doesn't that just add up? Since you gave the scenario since you gave that same very scenario to Deontay Wilder saying if he steps aside, Kima Nation, what's going on? He'll get $10 million to step aside and he'll get the payday from fighting the winner, right? Well, Tyson Fury will get $30 million to fight Deontay Wilder, and then he's going to get $75 to $100 million to fight Anthony Joshua this year. Now, I'm not, the sharpest tool in the toolbox, but I know that means this year alone, Tyson Fury, if he got 75 for Anthony Joshua before the year's over, and he got $30 million to fight Deontay Wilder, well, that means this year alone, Tyson Fury will make over $100 million. Last time I checked, 100 million, 105 million is more than 75 million. Huh? Justin Swain, what's going on? We got 800 people here. I know we don't have 800 likes, but we very well should have at least 800 likes, and I know we don't. So smash the like button. 8020, what's going on? Get the likes up to 800. Get the likes up to 800. Right. Skills from New Orleans, what's going on? So just from Alexander Jackson, what's going on? So just from, fighting these two fights, he's going to make, Stu Baby Love TV, what's going on? He's going to make $105 million for 2 legacy fights. And he will have one of the best years any boxer has ever had. He beats Deontay Wilder in the trilogy, then beats Anthony Joshua for undisputed, and makes $105 million to do so. What does that say about his career? Chance, what's going on? What does that say about his career? What does that say about his legacy? Big Lake Show, what's going on? Now, doesn't that make more sense? Liberty City Boy, what's going on? Since they said that it's an easy fight with him and Wilder, since Stephen A. Smith said, well, Wilder, he's not ready. Yaakov Von Whyte, what's going on, great brother? He's not ready. Well, then make that easy money. Since you're telling Wilder to do it, why not Tyson Fury to do it? And you, as a network, get to be part of 2 major fights in 1 year. April 25-20, what's going on? Yeah, no problem, April 25-20. And we'll come up, you said we'll come up with more excuses. And you'll come here and watch us with these excuses. See how that works? Roderick Falat, what's going on? Slick T, what's going on? Full Tags, what's going on? See how that works? See how that works? Because in order for you to know that me came up with excuses and all these things, then you had to be watching. Gold, what's going on? Cedric Battles, Talking Sports, what's going on? See how that works? And then if that's the case, then why watch? Patrick Holmes, what's going on? If there's no validity to what I'm saying, then what are you watching for? I'll tell you why. Because you like to hear the truth, you just don't want to hear it. See? Slippery slope. You want to hear the truth. I mean, you want to hear the truth, but you just don't like to hear the truth. Uncle Man, what's going on? It's just like everybody, right? In walking life. You want to know the truth, but you don't really want to hear the truth. That's why people always say stuff like, do you really want to hear the truth? Plus, God's God is peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Right? Do you really want to hear the truth? Yeah, subconsciously you want to hear the truth. But in all reality, you don't want to hear the truth. Because then you have to face the truth. And see, that's why since I was a kid, I've been wanting to just say, you know what? Just give me the truth right out. Because either which way, you're going to hear it. So you might as well just hear it from the beginning and deal with it. Reese, my brother in the super chat, how can we tag Stephen A so he received this word? Just go to his social media. Go to his social media. Share it. Go to his social media. He'll get it. If he responds, and it's up to him. Alan Thomas, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. They need to face the fact while the ones keep the truth coming, Blue. No doubt. No doubt, great brother. I can only be one way. You know what I'm saying? See, when they tell you one thing, they got to always switch the story and tell you something else because they're not standing on the truth. I'm going to say it again. When they tell y'all something, they always have to switch it because they're not standing on the truth. That's the difference. I don't have to switch minds ever. Maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times you'll hear me say I stand corrected. I stand corrected. I don't have to switch it. So you see, Renee Bosch-Young, go subscribe to my brother Renee Bosch-Young. Renee, drop the link. Jason Allen, what's going on? So here's the thing, right? When they tell you Wilder can't box, Wilder don't have a chance, well then why not take the fight? It's one fight. You was going to wait till October for this undisputed match anyway. So if they fight in July, why can't you wait until October to get the undisputed match anyway? Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to see undisputed. Everybody's concerned with undisputed. Really? Really? Now everybody's concerned with undisputed to the point where they telling Deontay Wilder to step aside. But when he was the champion and Joshua was the champion, I didn't hear none of these people saying Alexander Povetkin should step aside. I didn't hear any of these people saying Andy Ruiz, Jarrell Big Baby. Why was he fighting? And this is, I love Jarrell Big Baby Miller. That's my guy. Salute to Jarrell Big Baby Miller, regardless of how you perceive him. But that's my guy. So, official Kenny Ray Powell, what's going on? Now, let me say this, right? He who agrees with my brother, what's going on? AG, what's going on? So now, why was Anthony Joshua? Because y'all must have forgot. See, I didn't. Simon Bridgman, what's going on? I could do this all day. Julio Gonzalez, what's going on? Why was Anthony Joshua fighting Jarrell Big Baby Miller in the United States when he said he wouldn't fight Deontay Wilder in the United States for undisputed? True Colors 1971, what's going on? Why was he fighting Jarrell Big Baby Miller? Was he a champion? And who did he beat? Was he a champion and who did he beat? But he was going to fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller here in the United States at Madison Square Garden. Who did he beat? Why would he come to the United States to fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller but not fight Deontay Wilder? Sean Malone, Do It All 36. What's going on? Somebody tell me. He said he was not coming to the United States to fight Deontay Wilder in the biggest fight in boxing for undisputed, but he chose to fight Jarrell Big Baby Miller here in the United States, in New York. His first fight in the United States, right? For his heavyweight first fight, his debut in the United States. In the United States, his debut. He wouldn't fight Deontay Wilder in the biggest fight in boxing for undisputed, but he would come here and fight Jarrell Miller. But they was okay with that. They was okay with that. My brother, Carolina Ryder in the building in the super chat, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute to you, great brother. Hey, great brother, man. Yesterday, I completely fell asleep. For the first time, my peoples, I fell asleep. Fell asleep early. That's why y'all didn't get no videos during the early mornings hours. I I sat down and that was it. Was snoozing. Woke up and I was like, time is it? And it's still tired. Big Lay Show said, no wonder. Yeah. I sat down and I was like, I got up. I was like, oh, man, what time is it? Peace and blessings, Jay Lynn. How you doing, Queen? Completely knocked out. Unreal. Yaakov One White said, I noticed. Yeah. I completely knocked out, man. Completely knocked out. Completely, man. So, yeah, he said, you see, he's not a machine. He's a man. Yeah, man. I don't like to do that, man. That made me scramble, man. You know, I felt lost, man. I felt scrambling, like. So, DOG 215, my brother, what's going on? So, with that said, you know, now everybody wants to push for this. Now everybody's saying, Anthony Kyle, what's going on? That he should just step aside instead of getting what's rightfully his. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. So now what they do is, right, they hurt their credibility. Austin Grant, what's going on? They hurt their credibility when it comes to the fights, to the boxing game, because boxing is unpredictable. You can't predict the sport of boxing. It's unpredictable, right? So now Deontay Wilder goes in there and knocks Tyson Fury out. He has the ability to knock Tyson Fury out in the first round. Austin Grant, what's going on? One punch like he did Dominic Brazil. Imagine that. One punch. What are y'all going to do? Call for a fourth fight? After you told this man he should step aside? After you told him he was done? Yeah, dude, Herman Schmidt. But after you told him that he was done? After you told him he can't box? After you said how Tyson Fury just went in there and just, you know, dominated him? Now, Deontay Wilder goes in there and knocks him out. What you going to say, lucky punch? He needs a fourth fight? No, you can't say lucky punch because, you know, we've seen Deontay Wilder do this all the time. So the first bell ring, Deontay Wilder come out and just hit him with a right hand, and then Tyson Fury's knocked out, and then guess what? Fight's over. So what are you going to say? Well, the fight never started. We need to get it done again. Is that what you're going to do? Abdul Anwar, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. ESPN, DAZN, and their promoters, very ironic, they think Wilder should step aside so that their platforms are showcased. Secondly, why should Wilder step aside to allow unification when Joshua ducked him? Exactly. And the thing is, Anwar, Abdul Anwar, the thing about it is, Adari T, peace of bless, Queen. The thing about it, Abdul Anwar, is that ESPN is going to showcase the fight anyway because Tyson Fury is their fighter. He's their fighter. So they're going to showcase it anyway. My brother DJ, what's good with you, DJ? Where you been at? Dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, Blue. I support the grind and continue to deliver the facts over feelings. Salute to my brother DJ, man. Appreciate you, great brother. Uh-oh. What? Oh. Nashima Yashirala in the super chat. Blue, Leonard Ellaby has Wilder KO and Fury. Ellaby clearly saw the second fight. If he truly believed Tyson outclassed Deontay Wilder, no way he picks him to win. That's a fact. Leonard Ellaby is like, man, Leonard Ellaby, he wants Deontay Wilder to win. Heavy. He's like, man, the way and Leonard Ellaby said, he's like, the way the media been treating Deontay Wilder and the way they've been doing him, he's like, he don't like it. Boxing Truth Serum, what's going on? He don't like it. He's like, man, Wilder gonna knock him out. DOG 215, my brother in the super chat, he said Fury said Wilder almost had him in the first round. He sure did. Adrian Graham, what's going on? He sure did. He said Fury almost had me. He said Wilder hit me in the first round of the second fight, and I was like, uh-oh. Johnny Ray Lopez, William Old School all that. What's going on, great brother? Dion Folks, what's going on? Dion Folks, where you been at? So Fury said, Wilder hit me in the first round of the second fight, and I was like, uh-oh, I was almost out. Fury understands that that's a strong possibility in this fight. Right? Solo Production, my brother, what's going on? He understands that that's a strong possibility. And guess what? Everybody else understands as well. That's why they don't want to see the trilogy. How many times you going to go to that well and test your luck? That's how they're looking at it. You can't keep going to the well and testing your luck. And so they don't want him to. See, you get an undisputed champion, right? And then you relieve. And then, okay, Logic Worlds, what's going on? Angel Morales, what's going on? Then you relieved, and then you're like, okay, Wilder can fight. What happens, happens. Now they talking about Wilder's 35 years old. Now age matters. Adam M., what's going on? Now get this, though. See, I could do this all day. Now Wilder's 35 years old. He's not the same guy, right? He's 35. He's not the same guy. Okay. These are the same people that was saying a 37-year-old Floyd Mayweather needs to fight Canelo Alvarez. See, I didn't forget. When Floyd Mayweather was fighting everybody else, and they were saying, oh, if he's not going to fight Manny Pacquiao, then he needs to fight Canelo Alvarez. Oh, y'all must have forgot. I didn't. If he's not going to fight Manny Pacquiao, then he needs to fight Canelo Alvarez. We don't want to see him fighting no more guys like Madonna and guys like that. He needs to be fighting Manny Pacquiao or Canelo Alvarez. Oh, see, I didn't forget. He was 37 years old. And y'all called for that fight. Beyond Above Media, my brother in Super Chat, did you get your gotcha hat? No, not yet. Got your hat? Man, that was hilarious, man. Got your hat. So, see, they called for Floyd Mayweather. Well, if he's not going to fight Manny Pacquiao, then he needs to fight Canelo Alvarez. Oh, you wanted 37-year-old Floyd Mayweather to fight Canelo Alvarez. But now Deontay Wilder is 35 and he's too old. Isn't that something? He's too old to get his rematch. But you wanted Floyd Mayweather, who was 37, to fight the absolute best that was out there. Because they were saying, we don't want to see him fighting Robert Guerrero. If he going to fight, because remember, he fought Robert Guerrero. I said Madonna. He fought Robert Guerrero, right? And they were saying, we don't want to see Floyd Mayweather fighting Robert Guerrero. We want to see Floyd Mayweather fighting the best. If he's not going to fight, Manny Pacquiao, then we want to see him fight Canelo Alvarez. Oh. So y'all wanted 37-year-old Floyd Mayweather, 36-year-old Floyd Mayweather to fight Canelo Alvarez, who was 23, and in in a higher weight class. But you don't want to see Deontay Wilder, who's 35, get a rematch in the only loss of his career. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? King Vonnie 86 said we got 843 likes. We should have been at 1K likes, way above it. What are we waiting for? My brother DJ back in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. It's crazy how Wilder blocked Eddie Hearn and Joshua from having an undisputed fight when they did the same thing to him 3 to 4 years ago. In the words of the great Errol Spence Jr., tables have turned. Well, Errol Spence be saying something. When Jarrell Big Baby Miller failed again, take the L out of lover, brother. Take the L out of lover, brother. Be that bitch, piece of blessed queen. Where you been at? Charlie J, what's going on? Where you been at, queen? Smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 1K. My brother Jay Good in the super chat, he said, was 41-year-old Vlad too old to fight AJ coming off a year and a half layoff? Nope. No. It was almost 2 years. He was over 40, Jay Good. And he was coming off a loss. Jay Good. He was 40 years old or coming off almost 2-year layoff and a loss where he didn't look anything resemblance of his old self in the fight with Tyson Fury. Ches 313, salute to Detroit. Okay, as long as you good, be that bitch. Peace and blessings to you. As long as you good and healthy. Blessings to you. He was coming off of a loss, a 2-year layoff, and he was 40 years old. And Anthony Joshua, yeah, Adari said, and he dropped Anthony Joshua first time in his career. And yeah, and he went tooth and nail in the fight. Unscripted virtuoso. What's going on? He almost got stopped by him. Kevin Washington said, Blue, I just put a hundo on Wilder and FanDuel. I didn't even know you could do that yet. Man, I don't know nothing about that. Young OG Wilson, what's going on? That's good, man. It's going to be money well spent. Money well spent. So they forgot about that. They forgot about that. I didn't. They forgot about that. Uh-oh, the champ back working again. My brother DOG215 in the super chat. AJ wanted to rematch him in Vegas. None complained. This is a fact. Wanted to rematch him in Vegas, and nobody complained about it. Because he said he wanted to have it, you know, capture the fan base in the U.S. Everybody forgot about that. Solo production, my brother in super chat. He said, Blue, you think if Wilder comes up short against Fury, will it his career? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's going to be great for his career. His career, I mean, it's not going to be great for his career. His legacy, I meant to say his legacy is already cemented. It'll bolster his career to get a win, but as of right now, his legacy is already cemented. It'll bolster his career. I said it'll be great for his career to lose. No, it'll bolster his career is what I meant to say. T Skills, my brother, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, where's God amongst men? It's not hate, it's envy. I guarantee you none of these Fury fanboys are betting on Fury to KO Wilder. Put your money where your mouth is. It's a fact. Absolutely not. Because they know the possibilities. Capone 10K, what's going on? Hattie, what's going on in the super chat? Everyone knows Wilder is a man on a mission to destroy Fury to get that event. And then he is seriously to Joshua. KO time undisputed on the way. And that's what they don't want to see. It's Jay. What's going on, great brother? He said, Detroit, the Baptist, my brother in super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Have you ever seen a fighter gain superhuman strength and punching power after exhibiting no power at all in the first match like Fury did? Absolutely not. And nobody else has ever seen that. Detroit, the Baptist, nobody else has seen that. But again, you know what it is? They never seen it before. They never seen that happen before. They blame it on, oh, he gained weight and just walked him down. Solid silence, what's going on? But they don't want to tell you they've never seen this before. He has a total of 4 knockouts his entire career. I'm gonna say it again. He has a complete total of 4 knockouts his entire career. Four knockouts his entire career. And now miraculously, he gained so much punching power. Right? Money Brown TV. Go subscribe to my brother Money Brown TV. Money, drop the link, great brother. Jay Good said, don't add up. No, it don't. Absolutely not. Don't add up. Right? So he has a complete total of 4 knockouts his entire career. Miraculously, he gained this much punching power. And instead of everybody saying, man, where'd that come from? Everybody said, well, he just gained weight, got bigger and got stronger, and that's what happened. They just chalked it off as such. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Isn't she lovely? Yeah, he just started, you know, like, where did that come from? He didn't do it with Otto Wallin. He didn't do it with Tom Schwartz, right? So where did it come from? Where did it come from? Salute to my brother, Do It All, Detroit. Detroit the Baptist, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Way to keep it real, bro. You are the best. I appreciate you, great brother. I appreciate you. So they're not going to tell you that, though. They're not going to say, well, where did the power come from? Not going to say it. They're not going to say it. They're not going to tell you and say, man, this guy never had this punching power. Where did it come from? Never going to say it to you. They're never going to say it to you. Ever. Kathy Dub, what's going on? Block me. You. Huh? What are you talking about? See, they come looking for. What am I blocking for? Waukee Brown, what's going on? Look at Kathy Dub. Block me, you waffle talking. Huh? I like waffles too. You do too. You do too. I happen to love waffles. Smash the like button, people. Let's get the likes up. We should be over 1K likes. Smash the like button, peoples. The Raider Scholar, what's going on, great brother? Jeremy 2684, what's going on? Smash the like button, peoples. The Female Boxer Fan 1, what's going on? Peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? I haven't seen you in a month of days. Justin Hawkins, what's going on? He said, got to be pecan waffles from the Waffle House, though. I never had those, man. Now you're going to make me go get some pecan waffles. Moshin Bays, what's going on, great brother? Jelani Evan, what's going on? I never had those pecan waffles. Marvin 1919, Prime Minister, what's going on? Yeah, so now let's talk about this. Terence Bud Crawford, according to Team Crawford. Penn Wrights, mentor, what's going on? 817 Boxing B, what's going on? Oh, now I'm going to try it, great brother. Now I'm going to try it. So, Jeremy 2684 said they legit. Justin Hawkins said pecan waffles. Oh, man, now you're going to have me go eat pecan waffles at night, man. So now let's talk about this. According to Team Crawford, they want to fight Chesapeake 0573. Dr. Pablo Slab, what's going on? Boston True Sound, what's going on? Terence Crawford wants to fight in order Jose Ramirez, then Virgil Ortiz Jr., then Mikey Garcia. I'm confused. He wants to fight. Just according to Team Crawford. He wants to fight Jose Ramirez. Not Josh Taylor. Jose Ramirez. Virgil Ortiz Jr., then Mikey Garcia. So, okay, we can see the pattern, right? Now, we can see that pattern clearly, right? We understand that pattern, right? They're all Mexican fighters. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K. They're all Mexican fighters, right? And obviously, this is not from Terence Crawford himself, but this is from his team. Top Boxing, what's going on? Right? Where's Sean Porter on that list? Where's Errol Spence on that list? Where's Keith Thurman on that list? Bull Ones, what's going on? Where's Sean Porter? Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, and Errol Spence. I don't understand that. Nitty G, what's going on, great brother? Lunatic testing, what's going on? I don't understand that. Crane Stilson, what's going on? And then, see, the thing is, Jay Dixon, my brother in Super Chat, salute Blue. Any news on the Fox schedule? No news on that. Evan Williams, what's going on? No news on that. Smash that like button, people. So here's the thing. I'm confused, right? Because I'm saying to myself, no Errol Spence, no Sean Porter, no Keith Thurman. What? How could this possibly be the list? Soldier Boy 911, what's going on? Winter Soldier, what's going on? How could this D Hodges, what's going on? Burgess Meredith, what's going on? This can't be real. But then we have Bob Arum say that he's actually sitting on the shelf. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., what's going on, Young King? Creighton Stilson, what's going on? But Bob Arum says that he's sitting and waiting for the winner of Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. So clearly he wants Jose Ramirez to win. And he wants to fight the winner in the fall. Bob Arum said this before his team said that this was the lineup that he wanted. Bob Arum said this before his team said that this was the lineup. Jose Villanueva, DeAndre Carey, what's going on? I'm confused. Anthony Kyle, no, he's talking about Virgil Ortiz Jr., who's now, ironically, the #1 WBO mandatory challenger. Emmanuel H., my brother in Super Chat, of course they're not going to question where the power came from. They're the same people that support Rocky Balboa being in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Shake. Oh, yeah, right, facts. So, yeah, Jay Good, I was just getting ready to get to that. GT Entertainment, what's going on? Jerry Alexander, what's going on? So that all but confirms, like my brother Jay Good said, does this mean he's re-signing with Top Rank? I mean, that will Local African, what's going on? That will all but confirm that he was signing with them because, see, he waited for Mikey Garcia to be last because there's a robot. Brother Adam, what's going on? He can't fight Mikey Garcia just said, if it's a top rank fight, he just said that today. If it's a top rank fight, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a deal, to get a deal done because he can't do business with them. Get the likes to 1.1K. Map H, what's going on? St. Louis Mick, my brother, what's going on? Mr. Mechanical, my brother in Super Chat. At this point with Bud, I ain't even surprised. Yeah. So my thing is this, right? If this is the case, get the likes to 1K, 1.1K. Smash the like button, people. If this is the case, then he's looking to re-sign with Top Rank. Clearly, right? Brother Adam, shalom to you. Right? Robert Burgess, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that. Go on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, Blue Blood, salute. I love boxing, but these dudes are jokes. Not their skills, but the game itself is a shit. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree, brother. Like, this is what, you know, so I was just saying this, right, Robert Burgos, that, you know, these platforms, having these platforms as big as they are, not, and not doing the right thing, and saying the right things, when you have a platform of the magnitude you have, and you know you have the listener's ear, you should be wanting to uplift the sport. You should be wanting to uplift the sport. You shouldn't, Mighty Beast King, what's going on? You shouldn't want to say Deontay Wilder should step. Why would you want to water down a fight when it's going to happen anyway? Uplift it. You're not going to get Tyson Fury. So they want to just place all of it on Deontay Wilder instead of saying, uplifting and saying, well, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 3, it's a big fight. Winner gets Anthony Joshua for undisputed. Close the chapter on it. Stuart Chapman, what's going on? Close the chapter on this saga, and then we move on. Okay, now we're gonna get a final fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, trilogy match in July. Close the chapter. Winner moves on to Anthony Joshua, and you don't have to worry about nothing else. Raw Gifted, what's going on? The Kid ATL, what's going on? But instead, Peace Be Free, what's going on? They try to tell you they're doing all of this trying to discredit Deontay Wilder and his stance of standing for what rightfully he should receive. Instead of them doing that, they rather say, oh, well, Wilder's 35. He's done. He should do this. He should take step aside, allow the big fight to water him down. Okay, so now what you going to do when he wins? Jilly Naga, what's going on? When he wins, now how you going to rectify him to the fans that you said he didn't have a chance? See, that's the difference between boxing and MMA. They would never do such a thing. No matter how old the fighter is, no matter how the fighter looked in his last fight, they're not going to do that. Because if that fighter wins, then how you going to sell that same fighter to the fans in the next fight? Jameson Childress, brother in the super chat. AJ says all the right things as a fighter and fans love him. Wilder does all the right things and people can't stand him. Make it make sense. Right. Right. AJ says all the right things. Right. My brother 817 Boxing B in the building in the super chat. Can we please stop calling this man pound for pound? He hasn't proven that status per his resume and opponents. He is a. What more do we need to see? I can't be mad at you, great brother. Star City J, what's going on? EB, what's going on? Can't be mad at you, great brother. Love Life, my brother in the. I hope it's a brother in the super chat. They're handshaking, air matching their smile. Yep, their handshake, air matching their smile. Facts. Can't make this stuff up, man. You can't. You should be worrying about this as when per these platforms and these networks. Watch and Learn UK, what's going on? You should be worrying about the sport of boxing and uplifting the sport. Okay, now, so what happens down the line when other fighters decide, I'm not going to honor the contract either? What about those fights? When it's the fight you want to see in rematch, and now they want to do something else. Now you're going to try to say, well, they need to give the rematch. No, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. So now when Hasim Rahman tried to maneuver around the Lennox Lewis immediate rematch, everybody was saying, oh, he got to fight Lennox Lewis. He got to fight Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was knocked out. Cold. Danielle Trotman, what's going on? Cool. You understand what I'm saying? So now, like I said, smash the like button. Get the likes to 1.1K. We should have 1.1K likes right now. Smash the like button. So now we have a situation. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button, people. So now Terence Crawford says that, according to his team. So doesn't that all but solidify that he's going to re-sign with Top Rank, and all the fans are going to be deflated? That's what's going to happen. My brother BFTB Boxing in the building in the super chat. Go subscribe to my brother BFTB Boxing, man. Drop the link, great brother. He said the legend. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, great brother. Drop that link to my brother BFTB Boxing, man. Drop the link. We're all gifted. What's going on? So now, how does Terence Crawford sell this? The Truth 201. What's going on? Is it safe to say that he just don't want to fight Errol Spence? Green Man, what's going on? Is it safe to say he just don't want to fight Errol Spence? I mean, we can't have it. I mean, it comes a point in time when you got to look at if this is the case and this is the lineup that he's looking to have. Well, he don't want to fight the best. He don't want to fight the best. How is Jose Ramirez? We don't even know if he's gonna win on Saturday. We don't know if Jose Ramirez is gonna win. April Francis, peace and blessings, Queen. I appreciate you, April Francis. Much love to you, Queen. She said, "So happy I caught you live. You are such awesome source of boxing news." Oh, priest and blessings to you, Queen. I appreciate you 1,000%. So now look at this from this standpoint, right? He picked a fighter out of the fight. He didn't say the winner. He has a specific fighter according to his team. He has a specific fighter, Jose Ramirez. He didn't say the winner of Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez. Now, Bob Arum says that he's waiting for the winner, Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, to fight in the fall. But according to his team, he said Terence Crawford wants to fight Jose Ramirez. So clearly he thinks Jose Ramirez is going to win the fight, right? And so now you already hinging on Jose Ramirez fight, a junior welterweight. Now he's a big junior welterweight, but he's a junior welterweight. Why aren't you right now negotiating to fight Sean Porter? Why aren't you negotiating to fight Sean Porter right now? You should be negotiating to fight Sean Porter right now. Not sitting on the shelf for the winner of this fight. You can fight the winner of this fight after Sean Porter. After Sean Porter. April Francis, peace and blessings to the Queen in the super chat. Dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. I appreciate you 1,000%. Right? You can fight the winner of this fight, Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, after Sean Porter fight. Sean Porter's trying to fight in July. Terence Crawford is always in the gym. He's always in shape. He can fight July against Sean Porter and then fight the winner in the fall. Salute to my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
Blue, man, I'm chilling, man. Thinking about the fight Saturday. How you doing? What's up, chat? AK the family. How's everybody on this Thursday evening?
Oh, man, Kurt, we good, man. We good, Kurt. So I was talking about a few things, Kurt. You know, they just won't let us get away from the Wilder Fury talk. Just won't let it happen, right? And it's just simply overshadowed Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor fight this entire week, right, Kurt? But the fact that DAZN came out, first, remember, Kurt, we talked yesterday, and they were tweeting out the actual, commentators for DAZN. Now, DAZN actually gave them a platform to do a segment, Kurt, to talk about Deontay Wilder swallowing his pride and stepping aside. And ESPN doubled down on theirs as well. And they saying he shouldn't get 20 million, but he should get half the 10 million. Step aside, get 2 paydays, go ahead and move forward and fight the winner. Well, he's contractually obligated right now to get the trilogy match, and they don't even want to do that. So why would he step aside in hopes of getting the winner of the fight for 10 million? Now, if it's such an easy fight for Tyson Fury, well, if that's the case, well, now let's use that logic in reverse. Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, gets 30 million for an easy fight, and then still gets 75 million down the line for possibly a 2-fight deal with Anthony Joshua. So he would stand to make, what would that, 75 and 75, Kurt, is what? 150. So you get 150 million from 2 Joshua fights, should you win both. And then you get 30 million from the Wilder fight. So you get $180 million in total for 3 fights. That would make more sense than Wilder taking 10 million and then hoping he gets the winner when he can fight right now because the ball's in his court and he's in control of it. And then instead of letting it be out of his control, he's in control and then fighting the winner and fighting Joshua should he beat Tyson Fury anyway. What you think about that, Kurt? But the way the media, did you see Leonard Ellerbe absolutely go off today? He was already saying it, but he went off today. Did you see him, Kurt?
I didn't see him. I try to watch as many videos as I can while I'm working. When it's a busy day, I can't watch them, but I'm gonna go back and see what he said. But you know, let
me refresh you real quick, Kurt. So he said that he said Wilder's gonna knock Fury out. He has no doubt about it, and he says he is absolutely. I'm gonna paraphrase, but he was saying he was pretty much sick to his stomach how the media is treating Deontay Wilder and how they just simply overlooked him in this whole negotiations to begin with. But go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, the disrespect is I just, you know, I mean, I've seen it before, and you think in this day and age things will change. Nothing has changed. He's been so disrespected, man. Okay, he lost, you know, there was some shenanigans, but you would think that him being from America, born and raised, that they would have his back, the media, and it's the opposite. No respect whatsoever. It makes me sick to my stomach. I know it do you as well in the chat. That's why I'll be rooting for him so hard. I want to see him win. But you know, this is sickening. It's ridiculous, man. I'm running out of adjectives to say about this, man. I mean, everywhere I turn, everything I hear, it's like Wilder should step aside. They don't want to give him they don't want him to fight. They don't want the Fury fight, knowing that he has a contract. They just want him to they treating him like a stepchild. They just want him to move to the side so Fury and Joshua can fight. And people is going to be upset, you know, Wilder get the fight because they want to see Joshua and Fury. They don't want an American heavyweight to be prevalent again as long as they live. I'm telling you. That's why I said many times, American heavyweight cuts deep. It has nothing to do with boxing. It cuts deep into people's consciousness because it's very compelling. It's something about the heavyweight. It's not like middleweight or welterweight. It's something about a heavyweight champion from America that raises their ire.
Yep, sure does, Kurt. Salute to my brother Sir Dante Fox in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. My brother Blue, salute to you. Kurt, what's the deal, my family? DAZN really dedicated a whole segment to discouraging Deontay Wilder from fighting his contracted opponent. Shaking my head. If Wilder attempted to breach contract, he'd be put in. Yep, this is a fact. Hard body J Timo, my brother, what's going on? That's a fact, Kurt. It's amazing. Jack T, brother, back in the super chat. Wilder step aside price for Vlad was $10 million in 2014. It sure was. Sure was. But go ahead, Kurt.
Now, you know, when you think about the disrespect and you look back on the second Wilder and Fury fight, you know, you would have thought that Wilder was the foreign fighter. I mean, I give credit to the UK fans because they travel, look at Mayweather and Hatton, you know. But it's just that you just got this feeling, this sick feeling that people over here want to see him lose. The media, you know. Remember what Larry Merchant said? We talked about it many times, and he's not the only one that felt like that. As many of journalists just don't like Wilder. They just don't like him.
And then
those same,
go ahead, Kurt.
No, those same people who cried when Muhammad Ali died and was sad, those are the same people who didn't like Muhammad Ali. And can you imagine a 22-year-old Muhammad Ali talking, being brash and cocky right now? He would be hated like he was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no different. It's just something about the American heavyweight that they hate.
Yep, Kurt. Salute to Love Life in the super chat. Aram Hearn are at the root of all the deception. This is bigger than boxing. This is heavyweight champion represents blackness. Yeah, man. Yep.
All fields. It's you know, it's racial. It's social. It's political. It's everything. That's why the fight's going to be huge when it's made. It cuts deep in a lot of areas, man. It cuts deep. It's amazing in history, and Wilder and Fury is no different. How a square boxing ring can be the center of attention. It's always been like that. Politically, you know, you had Joe Louis and Max Mellon. It was, you know, and make no qualms about it. Max Mellon was a very good person. And he was not a Nazi at all. But, you know, you had the Americans versus the Nazis, and you had the Holmes and Cooney. You could have cut the tension with a knife. It was a heat wave that year. And Wilder and Fury will be no different. It's no different. And like my father said, you get a good, you know, you can watch a fight and the boxing square circle, called the boxing ring, or a fight can mimic life, because when you see the ugliness and before the fight, art imitates life, life imitates art, and he was right.
Yep. It's amazing, Kurt. Malik Omar, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, salute to the vanguard of LDBC. Johnny Nelson said if he was Fury, he would vacate the title and fight Joshua. Aram is talking about closing down Top Rank. A lawsuit might be brewing at Blue Blood Sports TV. Yeah, I saw Johnny Nelson, man. You know what? Again, Homer, and it's amazing. It's amazing how, you know, you'll have United States media siding with him as well. That's amazing, because you would when Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, you never saw any of these networks. You didn't see Johnny Nelson saying that Anthony Joshua should step aside and allow Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz to fight. Didn't exist. And it wouldn't exist. Why would it? They did what you know, what you expect them to do is side with their guy. It's just amazing how that doesn't happen in return. Michael Gardner, brother in the super chat, they don't like strong black men with the voice. This is a fact. Boss Red 357, my brother in the super chat, it's because they feel a heavyweight is an alpha male and all he be and all be all of boxing weight classes, and that can't let a black man be that in power. Yep.
Whoever said that, very well said.
Yep.
Who said that?
Boss Red 357.
Hey, he's right, because your personality depends on how you're going to be viewed. Like Muhammad Ali, he didn't like how Floyd Patterson act. Now, Floyd Patterson was a quiet guy, laid back, very nice. But during those tumultuous times, he thought that Floyd Patterson had power, and he didn't use it. He didn't speak out. So Muhammad Ali, you know, was calling him, you know, different names, because he said, you know, your people are being persecuted and you should have something to say. But Floyd Patterson, that just wasn't, you know, he wasn't that type of person. You know, Muhammad Ali was total. They was like polar opposites, and you know, and you know, if you perceive that way, being an alpha male and being, you know, strong and sharp, you know, they don't like that. Jack Johnson didn't care, and they hated him for it. You know, he wore, you know, custom made suits and listened to classical music and had race cars. No, they didn't like that. And the other things he was doing, they didn't like that. With Wilder, they sense him, you know, just being strong and him standing out his square. Wilder never said nothing crazy, but you don't have to say anything crazy. They look at him and they can kind of tell what kind of person he is. He's going to stand on his square. So, you know, that's the saga of the heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
And plus the success we had in boxing. And remember, there's been 60 American heavyweight champions. 42 of them been Black American heavyweight champions. So we have a long, great legacy of having very successful fighters in the heavyweight division.
Yep. It's amazing to me, Kurt, that that the you get the media that's on this side though, Kurt, and they still Kurt, what you can see it, and they'll still side with the opposite.
Yeah, like I told you the other day, I'm sitting in the sports bar and a bunch of people was rooting for the Argentinians to beat the Americans. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, I knew what that was all about. I'm just shaking my head, man. It just seems like everybody's against us, man. And when I was small, I'd be like, yeah, Dad, why can't it be, just a fight and we root for who we want to root for? And my father took the cigar out of his mouth and he turned to his brothers and we was all sitting at the table eating. And he said, son, you're too young to understand. When you get older, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And they start laughing.
Yep.
They start laughing because he said race is always going to be a factor. And that's when I came up with boxing. Boxing is about race, country, and pride. That's what it's about. And we try to stay away from it. You can't stay away from that, especially when you're a victim. I educated people on the Black Murderers Row.
Mm-hmm.
There's a story, and then we're going to talk about something else, but I have to say this. Great fighter named Sam Langford. Don't you know he had a friend named Kill Grant, a fighter, and as he was entering the ring, they lynched Kill Grant. He was hanging from a tree. He was lynched, dead. And you got to look at that before you fight. That's a true story. So just imagine that. You don't know if you're going to be killed if you won or not. And that was a friend of his being lynched. And, there's a lot of horror stories, Blue, in chat that I can tell you, but, we'll move on.
Mm-hmm. Nope. That's a fact. It's amazing, man. It just, Kurt, the thing about it is that we know these things took place, but it just like the Sandman on the Apollo, just sweep it right under the rug, Kurt.
Yeah, when you bring it up and then they act like you're crazy or is a figment of your imagination. No, I go by what I see.
Mm-hmm.
I go by what I see. No, I wish it wasn't like that. And then, when Holmes fought Cooney, and let me tell you, man, Cooney is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. But it was the media who was throwing, making it worse than what it was. And Cooney didn't want to be mixed up in that, but he couldn't, dodge, being a white heavyweight, and he didn't want, to be involved with the race thing, and especially what Don King told him to do at a New York press conference. And Cooney's like, I ain't doing that. He wanted Jerry Cooney to call him a name, Larry Holmes, and Jerry said, I ain't doing that, Don. And Don wanted to flame the fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don is about money. He thought, hey, the more flames I put on the fire, the bigger the fight will get.
Yep. It's amazing, Kurt.
It is. It is.
So Dante Fox, brother, in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue and Kurt in the super chat. Fury said he wanted to take step aside money for Wilder to fight Joshua, and that was end of story. Now Wilder wants him to honor his end, and now they act like the contract doesn't exist. This is a fact. This is a fact. Yep, it's a fact. Now, Kurt, Watch and Learn UK, what's going on? What you think about Terence Crawford? According to Team Crawford, they said that his lineup, a choice of opponents, is going to be and he put it in order, and he said he wants Jose Ramirez, Virgil Ortiz Jr., and then Mikey Garcia. What's your thought about that, Kurt?
Well, number one, I heard about this a couple of days ago. I was surprised no Sean Porter's in there. I'm really shocked no Earl Spence is in there. Well, he said the fight is behind him. See, he's picking them because his style, he would do well against them because of the styles. You know, Crawford being a versatile fighter. And it's a smart move because now you got, you know, especially if they fight in Texas or whatever, there's going to be a crowd. Crawford and Virgil Ortiz is big. Mikey Garcia and Terence Crawford is big. See, Terence Crawford know he can beat them because, like I said, you know, all three of them. Now check this out, Blue, and I said this before. All of Robert Garcia fighters fight the same. They got slow feet. They're good fighters now. Don't get me wrong. They got slow feet. They hit hard, and they're aggressive. And that type of style is not going to beat Terence Crawford. And that's one of the reasons why he picked all three of them. And you don't see no Keith Thurman, you don't see no Sean Porter, or you don't see no Earl Spence. So we don't know if Ramirez is going to win Saturday. You still going to pick Ramirez even if he loses, or if he gets knocked out, if he gets brutally beaten? How you going to pick him? You know, now you got to fight Taylor. But, you know, like I said, all three of them, their styles, I'm looking at their styles. They're very similar in a lot of ways, and people don't pick up on that. I don't know. It's like, you know, with the Robert Garcia gym, they all fight the same. But they lack certain things. Like I said, foot speed and perpetual motion, but that's just my opinion. He's going to do well against them, unless he don't get caught with nothing big. But I see Terence Crawford beating them, but I'm very shocked that his attitude with the Earl Spence fight, his attitude, it's like, I don't understand. It's the biggest fight in boxing.
Yeah, I don't understand how he could just, that lineup in itself, Kurt, is like, okay, not even just Sean Porter, but not even just Errol Spence. What about Sean Porter, Keith Thurman? I mean, what about those fighters? Salute to Sir Dante Foster in Super Chat. The sport of boxing really makes it plain and simple. It's us versus them. Shaking my head. We just want to see the best fight the best. We need commission. Yeah, facts. What you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, but we'll never get it because the sanctioned bodies don't want to be policed. They have too much power. So, you know, Senator McCain tried to change it, but for some reason he was turned away. He just dropped. He was aggressively seeking a federal commission, and he just did an about face the day he passed away. I don't think we're going to see a federal commission, man, because the sanctioned bodies can do what they want. They have a lot of power. They collect sanctioning fees, and they don't want to be policed. Why? Why would they? They having it their way. They can do what they want. They can rate if they favor a fighter, they can make him a mandatory. They've been doing it for years and years and years.
This is true. Skills from Norland's brother in the super chat. He said, Bud Canelo op selection identical. Yeah, but what you think about that, Kurt? Like, no Keith Thurman, no Sean Porter. Like, I'm confused. And then, Kurt, the ultimate thing about it to me is that's confirmation he's re-signing with Top Rank.
You know, man, I hate to see a guy with his talent and skill level move funny like that. You know, I love watching Terence Crawford fight, but I just don't like how he moves, man. I mean, I used to defend him a couple of years ago, but I can't do that. You know, he moving real funny when you say the Earl Spence fight is behind me. I'm still baffled on that one. And you know, I mean, those are not bad fighters, Garcia and Virgil Ortiz, but you kind of get the feeling that he will beat them. We want to see you in a challenge. We want to see you against the Spencers and the Porters. If you beat them, then you on to something. Your legacy will be cemented. Nobody can say nothing about you if you would have take those guys on and beat them. But the Ramirez and Ortiz and Garcia,
Yeah, I don't understand that at all whatsoever, Kurt. I don't understand that at all whatsoever, Kurt. Like how those oh man, those are not even legacy fights, Kurt. I mean, you could sell the Josh Taylor fight, right? Because Jose Ramirez, if he beats, Josh Taylor, but we don't, like you said, Kurt, we don't even know if he's gonna beat Josh Taylor. But you could sell a storyline. Even if Jose Ramirez beats Josh Taylor, I mean, you could sell that storyline, right? The last two undisputed champions. The storyline you could sell itself. But aside from that, Kurt, for the most part, these are not the fights you want to see the guy we consider to be the best pound for pound fighter in the world. You to pick and choose these fights and to stay with Top Rank. I mean, to each his own. You stay where you want, but you're just letting us know these certain fights you just don't want to have. Boss Red 357, brother in Super Chat. Crawford is going back down to 140. He said it a while back. Now I believe him. Yeah, he did say that. I think he's too muscular for that, though. Jafari sees a brother in the Super Chat. I understand. He said ducks, 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 ducks. Yeah, then he threw a chicken in there. It's just the fact that we want to see the best fight the best, man. And we consider you to be the pound for pound best fighter in the world. So we need to see you fight the best. Plain and simple. We want to see you fight the best. I don't get it, Kurt. I don't get it, man. Too much talent. Roja, what's going on? Jay Badgett, what's going on? Gadget. Dwayne Freeman, what's going on? All too much talent, Kurt. Brian Taylor, brother in Super Chat. Remember Blue and Kurt, Bud wanted to fight Danny. But he ain't even mentioned Danny because Danny going up to 54. So he ain't even mentioned Danny according to what they're saying. I don't know, Kurt.
yeah, it's just, man. Listen, the boxing gods will bless you sometimes when they put two fighters in the same division. Both are undefeated, both are champions. And that's what you have in Spence and Crawford. You had it with Leonard and Hearns, they fought. You had it with Curry and McQuarrie, they fought. You had it with Trinidad De La Hoya, they fought. Now you have it again with Crawford and Spence, and they might not fight the way it looks, man. And that's a shame. It really is, man. Two undefeated pound for pound fighters, two champions in the same division, and you're not going to fight. That's just like Ali and Frazier not fighting. Both undefeated, both heavyweights, both in their prime. And one of them said, nah, I'm going to go another way. I'm not going to fight. That's unimaginable. But, it's been a very long time since I've seen a superstar fighter like Crawford just have weird ways about him, man, out the ring. Don't question his ability in the ring. I don't got to question that, but the way he moves, I don't know, man. I'm stumped.
Mm-hmm. Groundhog Sports Nation, brother in the Super Chat, he said Spence gonna want that WBO if he win. Yeah, but it's out of his hands and nothing he can do. Out of his hands, Kurt. Ain't nothing he could do, Kurt. Kenneth Pinkney, brother in the Super Chat. Blue, the only welterweight that Bud didn't hand was the guy he won the belt from. Said Blue, the only welterweight that Bud didn't hand was the guy he won the belt with. I don't understand what you mean by that. I mean, handpicked? Oh, handpicked, yeah. Well, Jeff Horn? Well, essentially, he handpicked him as well. It was his WBO mandatory. He petitioned for that fight. know, Curry, man. It's just I don't feel good about us getting that fight.
No, I mean neither. It's like really discouraging, and we don't get that fight, man. You know, you can put that up there with Lewis and Bowe, Robinson and Burley. You know, fights that should have took place. Duran and Ayala fights that should have took place but didn't.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, Kurt, man. Along with that, then we get, you know, them, you know, the way they perceiving Deontay Wilder. It just this is why the sport of boxing, it should be a mainstream sport, just like every other sport. That's what it should be. But a sport of boxing that's so globally universal should be. It's like the Olympics. Boxing is like the Olympics every hour because it's so global, Kurt. It's like the Olympics. And yeah, you root for whoever you root for. But, oh man, Skills from New Orleans, brother in the super chat, Poetic Justice, Bud will lose unexpectedly. Not to those fighters. I mean, anything's possible. But I don't see him losing to those fighters. Only the Funk. What's going on? What about you, Kurt?
Anything is possible. Get caught coming in with a big shot. I don't see it, but any fighter has a chance. Buster Douglas 42-1 underdog knocks out Mike Tyson. You know, that gave a new meaning to the word upset. And you know, anything can happen. I done seen some crazy things in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Detroit the Baptist, brother in the super chat, once again dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue and Kurt in the super chat. He said, "There's a energy surrounding the Crawford in the camp. Am I the only one that thinks this?" Yeah, I got to paraphrase that, great brother. Some words we can't use, man. They don't want some words used, bro. But no, I don't believe so. I just believe it's just hot footage. What's going on? I just believe it's just a case of Terence Crawford just being Terence Crawford. He just wants to stand on his square and pick and choose who he want to fight. Pound for pound sports entertainment. What's going on? I don't think that's the case at all. He just choose where he wants to fight, who he wants to fight, and that's it. You know what it is? He just it's him. You know, like he told Sean Porter, and then Sean Porter changed his tune. Don't change your tune. He told Sean Porter, "Oh, you know, now you're testing me, right? I'm going to make that fight. You know, when I get ready, you know, if my plans don't work out, and then the plans don't work out, and it's like, you know, he's still gonna revisit it. Now, I don't. Groundhog Sports Nation, brother, back in the super chat. Mean Machine could have slept, Bud. Yeah, he almost did. So you see, Detroit, the Baptist, you see how he's working with Sean Porter. Like, that's on his own merit. That ain't nothing to do with Bob Arum or nothing. That's on his own merit. KDDR7989, brother in the super chat. He who laughs last. He who laughs last laughs the loudest. People tried to play Terence Bud Crawford out like his belt didn't matter the longest. Now EJ can't become undisputed. Like, how I don't understand what you mean by that. I don't understand what you mean by that. Who said his belt wasn't important? There y'all go. Y'all just be making up stuff. Only person that said that was Keith Thurman. Nobody else said that. So who said his belt wasn't important? Stop making up stuff. Nobody said his belt didn't matter. Nobody said the WBO wasn't important. Errol Spence never said that. He said from the beginning he wanted to be undisputed. So where'd you get that from? Making up stuff. Edgar Valencia, what's going on? Only Keith Thurman said that, oh, the WBO belt is a junior belt or whatever. Keith Thurman been doing that with everybody, not Terence Crawford. So stop acting like the entire division said that. Stop making up stuff, man. We just be making up stuff to fit our narrative. Dog Money, brother in super chat. All you Bud lovers see the real EJ Hashtag big fish. Salute Dog Money in the super chat. Kurt, did you hear anybody else say that but Keith Thurman?
No, I ain't hear nobody say that.
No. We just come in and just make up stuff. Just to fit the narrative.
Yeah, Keith Thurman said that, man, because he was just playing mind games, man.
Right.
The WBO used to be disrespected, but over the years it has gained respect. It's a major organization now, just like the IBF. That it wasn't respected when it first came out in '83, and the WBO, which came out in '88. But see, the WBO did something smart. The first WBO champion was Tommy Hitman Hearns. And know what they did? Every popular fighter, they gave them the belt because they wanted a popular fighter to carry that WBO mantle. And that's how they became popular. That's very smart.
And then to say that means that you're saying you happy that he takes the belt and hold the belt so nobody can become undisputed. Like what? That lets me know that you're part of his team. Brian Taylor, brother in the super chat, is going to be on Bud if the fight don't happen because he going to sign back with Top Rank and he just won't want the fight, period. He just don't want the fight. It's a fact. Hey, Kurt,
when we resign, man, I'm done, man. I'm done.
Kurt, that's somebody, that's clearly somebody from Terence Crawford team. Why would you be a fan of Spotson and say, oh, he who last loudest, because now Errol Spence can't get the belt? Huh? But the mentality though, Kurt. Go ahead.
Yeah, because if I can't be undisputed and the public know I'm trying to make a fight or the guy don't want to fight me, if he beats Ugas, he'll have 3 up to 4 belts. So that's not bad at all. He's unified now. But if he beats Ugas later this year, he have 3 fights, and we all know, be like, man, he wanted undisputed, but the guy won't fight him or whatever. So I don't know where that comment comes from.
Yeah,
like you said, maybe Crawford's team.
But my thing, right, Kurt, is like, why would you even say such a thing? Like, how does that help the sport? Why would you say such a thing? LV Slugger in the super chat. Thurman been out of the ring 2 years plus and coming off a loss. Bud wouldn't get the proper credit if he was to beat Thurman now. Thurman needs to get active. Oh, I agree with that. But the point is, why? Here's the point, LV Slugger. Keith Thurman is still a bigger name than everybody he just mentioned, except Mikey Garcia. And even the Keith Thurman fight with Terence Crawford will be bigger than him and Mikey Garcia. So even though Keith Thurman is inactive, coming off his 2-year layoff, so on and so forth, Manny Pacquiao is 40 years old, coming off a 2-year layoff. Now he ain't coming off a loss, but that was a hard-fought fight with Keith. The same version, that same very own Keith Thurman, who closed the gap, even though he got hurt badly in the 10th round, and even though he got dropped early in the first round, he still made that a very, very close fight. And he was in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, and that's the last time you saw both of them. But nobody would mind seeing Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. So we can't do that. Can't do it. What you think, Kurt? Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, the idea of playing for Crawford would have been Sean Porter, Virgil Ortiz, Errol Spence, or Ortiz, Porter, and Spence. That would have been the ideal list. I would have been very happy. Those are difficult fights, and if he would have got through them, then we'd be like, oh man, Crawford, man, we knew he was this and that. But even if he just would have been in the ring with him, would have been saying a lot. But it don't seem like it's going to happen. And for the life of me, I don't see why you can't make the Porter fight. I just don't get it. I just don't get it, man. Those are not legacy defining fights, Garcia and Ortiz and Ramirez.
And it's just like Texas T 346. What's going on? It's just like what you said though, Kurt. It made me think about what you said when you said, you know, when you that's how you want to act. You want to try to tell me what fight I should have. Now I'm not going to fight you. I'll fight you when I want to fight you.
That's how Terence Crawford moves. You tell him to do something, he's gonna turn his back on you.
That's amazing, man. It's amazing, Kurt. Biggest fight in boxing. But you still get the fans saying it's Errol Spence not making the fight happen. They'll still repeat that, Kurt.
Yeah.
Errol Spence don't want to make the fight. Still. Amazing. Amazing, Kurt. Now, Kurt, did you see the Gervonta Tank Davis? First of all, Kurt, did you see Mikey Garcia said that he would love the fight if he can't get the Manny Pacquiao fight next. He would love the Tank Davis fight next at 140.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
you know,
what you think about that?
I gotta see how Tank look at 140, but I don't like Tank at 140. I think he's gonna have trouble with a lot of those guys. Garcia, Mikey Garcia. He might have problems with Barrios, Ramirez, Taylor, Prograis. You know, he's just a small guy, and somewhere, and Tank will fight, man. Tank is a very good fighter with a lot of power, but we have weight divisions for a reason, man. And you know, it's been a lot of fighters who didn't bring their power up, you know, when they fought at higher weight. So we got to wait and see with the Barrios fight how he looks. But Mikey Garcia will beat Tank.
Mm-hmm. But why do you pick Mikey though?
Yeah, he's bigger. Mikey got good timing. Tank is an aggressive fighter. He don't fight off the back foot. His natural instincts is to come forward, and Mikey has a good educated left right, and he has a very good right hand. I just think that 140 is not for Tank. I think he loses to a lot of fighters, including Mikey Garcia. I like him at 130, 135. Him moving up to 140, you know, to fight Barrios. I think they picked Barrios because he's going to be right there to be hit. They would never put him in the ring with a boxer. And I just think that somewhere along the lines, Tank being small is going to play a part. Because now you're fighting bigger men with skill.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you see the size difference between him and Mario Barrios as they faced off?
Yeah. Yeah, Tank's going to have to use his head. Tank is going to have to use his head. He's going to have to be smart. He just can't go through those fighters like fighting Santa Cruz. He can't fight. He's going to have to fight Mario Barrios, you know, with his head in his chest. He can't fight long range or mid range. He's going to have to fight him in close and break him down.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Mario Barrios can stay disciplined for 12 rounds?
Nah, somewhere along the lines, he's going to start to go to war with Tank.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
I don't see him. Maybe the game plan to start off boxing. Leo Santa Cruz, they want him to box, but his instincts, you know, and where he comes, you know, where he comes from, the culture of how he fights got him in trouble. And the same thing with Mario Barrios. He may start out boxing and using the jab, but as the fight heats up, then a brawl's gonna break out, and I think it's gonna play into Tank hands.
Mm-hmm. Jay Guz 1226. Robert Woods, what's going on with y'all? Star City J, Watch and Learn UK, what's going on?
He's fighting guys. They're gonna keep him away from boxers, man. They're gonna keep him away from boxers. Like Haney and, you know, Colbert, those are not easy fights for Tank. Those are, Tank can be neutralized. And they don't want that. They don't want that.
Mm-hmm. John, what's going on, baby boy? I love you too, baby boy. My son in the building.
Shout out to your son.
What's going on, baby boy? Yeah, Kurt, so I'm interested in this Tank fight, man. I'm interested to see how he does with Mario Barrios.
Yeah, because now he got to fight two people. He got to fight the weight and the opponent. Now the weight, maybe his body, has become acclimated and his body's filling out. That will be good for Tank, and somehow, some way, his power register at 140. Now, if his power register at 140, then we're talking a whole nother kettle of fish. But they still going to keep away from boxers like him and Haney. And Haney's at 135, but that's a terrible matchup for Tank. Colbert, not a good matchup. I'm just throwing out names. I know he's fighting at 140. We don't know if he's going to stay there or not. So I don't know, man. I just want to see, because the fight interests me. I want to see if Barrios can have success against Tank Davis with his size and his reach. But something tells me no.
Yeah. Did you see any of the build-up today, the press conference, Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor?
No, somebody told me they was drawing at each other, though.
Yeah, but, it wasn't nothing too big. But I was surprised, right? Josh Taylor looked extreme. They listed the same height and stuff. He looked extremely taller than Ramirez.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. When you told me, I was surprised because I'm like, wait a minute. To me, it seems like Taylor is bigger because he's lanky. And, he's big, man. He's big. But I'm looking forward to the fight. But like I said, I don't like Ramirez's defense, man.
Yeah, he was extremely taller. He looked like he was at least 2 inches taller. And I was like, wow. But then again, Devin Blocker, what's going on, great brother? Then we don't know about the shoes because, remember Floyd Mayweather had the lifts in his shoes where he looked the same height as Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? Maybe Josh Taylor had, Big Truck Trap Star brother in Super Chat. They picked Barrios because the winner of Taylor Ramirez moving up, he will basically be the 140 WBA Super Champion. Yeah, that could be a case. Quinn Myers, what's going on? Nazay, what's going on? Yeah, that could be the case too. They elevate him to Super Champion. And they said the Tank picked this fight, Kurt.
Oh well, if he picked it, then we'll see what's going to happen. Real talk, because I'm interested in this fight.
Yeah, Leonard Ellaby said that Tank came to him and Floyd and told him this is the fight he wanted at 140. Now, obviously, that's going to open the door to say, well, why didn't Tank pick Devin Haney, and all the other fighters, you know what I mean, that was out there for him to fight? Why did he pick them? You know what I mean? So that could always play, you know what I mean? Another part where people are going to be like, well, Tank, you picking, you know how people get.
Yeah, he picked Barrios because Barrios was right there to be hit.
Right.
It's not hard. He's not hard to hit at all.
Right.
That's why he picked him. But there can be unforeseen circumstances in that fight that we don't know. There's always some kind of unforeseen circumstance in a fight, and it surprises you. So we don't know what that is. The element of surprise, speculation. They just have to fight it out and see.
Man, do you think that that it's a possibility with everything going on, Tyson Fury could be a little distracted?
That's, I don't know, man. He plays so many mind games, man. The guy is really unstable, if you ask me. You don't know what he's thinking. You don't know what's on his mind. You just don't know he don't know what he's going to do from 1 minute to the next.
Yeah. Man, Kurt, the fights we want to see needs to happen because the sport of boxing, man, is in a position where you know, it could truly, truly flourish. Truly. Truly, it's in a position where it can absolutely, truly, truly flourish. And I want to see it truly, truly flourish.
And we got some good fights coming up, but it could be even better.
It could. That's my point, Kurt. That's my point. We need to cap the way we got Cool Boy Steph. You know, we got, you know, he was at the Brandon Figueroa and Luis Neri fight. You know, the way he was at the fight and the way we going to get him versus the winner. You know, that's what needs to happen for everything, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what needs to happen for everything. For all of these fights. That's what needs to happen on a consistent basis. We need to get that consistently. The way it was so easy for us to, you know, just to get the you know, we're gonna get Steve Fulton versus the winner of that fight. That should be the blueprint right there for everything. Now, obviously, there's some fights that's bigger than others, so you know it's gonna take, you know, because we have you know, bigger negotiations and things of that manner, you know. But for the most part, that's the way the blueprint should be. Makes sense? What's going on? That's what it should be. You know, so I mean, we should already be expecting Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. There should be that should just be expected, just like Neri and Figueroa. I mean, yeah, Neri, Figueroa, and Cool Boy Steph. Simmons Savage, brother in Super Chat, Blue and Kurt, would y'all like to see Jamel move up to 160 after Undisputed? I think Jamel has what it takes to be successful at middleweight. Yeah, the problem is his brother's there. He ain't going to fight for Undisputed as long as Jamal stay there. So he's not going to fight for Undisputed. So it's like seeing Jamal up there.
There ain't enough room for both of them in the same division.
Yeah, and there's big fights at 150 still, 154 that he can still make.
I'll stay at 154 for a minute.
Yeah. Hey, Kurt, do you think Luis Neri, his power don't translate?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. His style was all wrong. He fought a dumb fight. Like I said, he fired his trainer because he said he wanted me to be defensive. And the next, you go back to your original trainer and you get knocked out. I picked him to win, but I didn't know he's going to fight a dumb fight. I said he cannot fight Brandon Figueroa's fight. That's what Brandon does. He's a first fighter that puts a lot of pressure on you. And he tried to break you down. That's what he did to Neri. Neri was done after the 5th round, man. He was throwing arm punches. His whole face was swelling up. And then the body shots. And Cool Boy Steph, I could see him fighting Brandon Figueroa's fight too. He can't beat Figueroa like that. He's going to have to be smart.
Right.
And he'll do it too.
He could take a punch, Kurt.
Yeah, he can. He can. That's what he relies on his attrition. He relies on his intestinal fortitude. Certain fighters, they you know, they have this reservoir will to win because that's the only way they can fight. And Cool Boy Steph come out there and go on, you know, chest to chest and brawl for brawl, then he gonna lose. Because Brandon Figueroa gets tougher as the fight go along. He gets stronger. But he got Bozy Ennis. Bozy Ennis is a good trainer, and he should tell him to box him, you know, and let him run into the jab. But he can't fight Brandon Figueroa like he did Angelo Leo. He beat him at his own game, but this Figueroa, it should be a good fight though, September.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that fight. But what you want to see from Neri though? Back to 18?
Yeah, because he tried to box, but he's not that good of a boxer. You know, his power don't translate at 122. Now, if he can't make the weight, then he got a problem. You're gonna have to pick and choose his opponents carefully.
Yeah, and my thing, Kurt, is he accomplished something. He's now a 2-division world champion.
Right.
You know, so he did accomplish something. Abdul Anwar, brother in Super Chat. I wish these guys were out for legacy and not currency. Props to the 126th division. They getting after it. 130, 135, 147, 160 needs to follow suit. Well, you have some dudes that are trying to follow suit. It's just everybody's not on the court. Chris Colbert, I would love to see him fight O'Shaquie Foster. You know, he was calling for that fight. That was a fight I think that should happen. You know, Devin Haney wants to fight any and everybody. Leonard Ellaby, he addressed Teofimo Lopez today. He said this dude think he bigger than what he is because he got one win. But what you think, Kurt?
Yeah, man, he diva like you know, he's acting like a diva, man. You know, one win he beat Lomachenko and he's crowned like the greatest or whatever since sliced bread. He'll beat Kambosos, but I want to see more. You know, I wanted to see if Lomachenko fault that he didn't have a rematch clause in his contract because, and then later in the fight, Lomachenko, when he said, "Forget this, I'm just going full steam ahead," he was having a lot of success. And I didn't like how Teofimo was reacting well. He didn't act too well, you know, when he was getting hit. He didn't react well at all. So I was like, oh, okay. I seen something different, but it was too late then. So I wish they was fighting a rematch, but I would like to see Haney and Teal. I just got a feeling these fights ain't gonna happen. They're gonna start leaving out the division. So we'll see.
Brian Taylor, brother, back in the super chat. How long you think Jamel going to stay there? Because if Spence get that third belt, and if he don't get the Crawford fight, Spence will be up at one. Yeah, I don't know, man. See, the thing is, Spence could go to 154, but Jamel's gonna have all the belts, so he won't be able to become a champion as long as Jamel is there. Now, maybe Spence moves up. Jamel defends the belts. Spence gets acclimated to the division. He defends the belts against Erickson Lubin because I think Erickson the Hammer Lubin is going to beat Jason Rosario. But, you know, maybe he, you know, fights, you know, Lubin, some of that nature. I really don't know. It's a logjam, you know, because their friendship and the fact that Jamel has his twin brother. You know, so, you know, who had a birthday? They had a birthday yesterday, man. Shout out to them. Happy birthday to the Jamel and Jamal Charlo. But, yeah, it's a logjam. Nobody knows, Brian Taylor, how that's going to play out. Can't predict that. Grindhard Sports Nation, brother, back in the super chat. Nakatani superstar if he beat Loma. Yeah. Because of the fight he put up. I mean, superstar may be overstated. Star, you know. I say everybody's a skinny Kenny. What's going on? I label everybody superstar because I believe that it takes a lot. Francine Arcelius, what's going on? It takes a lot to step through those ropes. So people always ask me, Blue, why do you say everybody's a superstar? Because the mentality is superstar mentality. You got to have a strong mentality to step through those ropes, man. A strong mentality. So I like to applaud everybody that stepped through the ropes. Now, are they superstars as far as revenue and popularity outside the ring? No. I say they superstars because of the fact that they stepped through those ropes. Bobby Collins, Uppercut Boxing Nation, DJ Zion Love, what's going on? Now, obviously, there's a difference, right? There's stars, there's superstars, there's legends, there's you know, it's different levels. But you know, for the fact that I love this sport and for the fact that they stepped through those ropes, I give them that type of credit, you know. Now, obviously, if you're not a world champion or you haven't had big fights or no, I don't view it as such. But Lomachenko, if he beats Lomachenko, he may not get the same amount of credit or love because Lomachenko is coming off a loss anyway. Mississippi King, what's going on? Javis Pickle, what's going on? DeAndre Carey, what's going on? Quinn Myers, what's going on? What you think, Kurt?
Well, if he beat Lomachenko, he'll be a star. You know, Nakatani is tough, man. I don't think he's going to win, but like I said, anything can happen in the ring. Lomachenko can be rusty or whatever. Nakatani just fight over his head. No, he'll be a star. He will, you know, get everybody's attention. He'll be a major player in the division. So I don't see him being a superstar, but I know what you're talking about, though. But I see him being somebody that shocked the world and. You know, man, Lomachenko loses again. that'd be basically it for him. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and just imagine that not too long ago they was crowning this guy the greatest fighter ever.
Yep. The best fighters, better than Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather, Kurt.
Yep, that's what they were saying.
Yep.
14-2.
Yep. Yep. And what do you got now? Oh, you're 14-2, right?
14-2.
That's amazing. DP Rocker, brother in the super chat, he says, salute. ESPN just broke the trilogy, came across my phone. Yeah, well, ESPN we know is not mainstream boxing news. That's us. They just talking about Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder verbally agreed to trilogy in July 24th. We talked about that 3 days ago. Did we not, Kurt? PLG Ski, what's going on?
Yes, we did. You gotta listen to us. We'll give you news hot off the press.
Yep. They saying now just 4 days ago they said that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua was fighting August 14th. Now they want to break the news that Deontay Wilder come on, man. Come on, man. They already knew this, just like we did. Quinn Myers, what's going on? So did you see the latest footage that Deontay just put up, Kurt?
No, I didn't see it.
All right, let me show you that real quick. Tell me what you think. Let's see what you think about it. He looking even quicker this time, Kurt. A lot of left hand usage.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I see is he's punching in combinations using his left hand. He seems to be fighting with a lot more, like, bouncing on his toes, which is good. We want to see it resonate in the ring. I think that'll help him tremendously. Malik trying to make a more well-rounded fighter, trying to give him more dimensions to his game than just throwing a right hand and standing there. So he's bouncing on his toes and, throwing combinations, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a lot of left hand usage. That's what I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, Boss Red 357, in his super chat again. He said, who was the third guy in there? Oh, that's my brother Cuz. That's Cuz. He's always been on the team. Cuz is one of the trainers on the team. Bobo, what's going on? Yeah, that's Cuz. Cuz has always been on the team. He's actually the head trainer at the gym. So when Deontay's not training at his gym, Cuz is the head trainer at the gym. You know what I mean, Kurt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's Cuz. Yeah, so to me, I see a lot of left hand usage, Kurt.
Yeah, I always said about Deontay Wilder that he needed another punch to disguise his right hand. Because when you fight guys who see the right hand coming, you be, telegraphing it, and they could slip it real easy, or they know it's coming. You don't want that. Tommy Hearns, hid his right hand by using his left hand, left hook to the body, that set up his right hand. So if Deontay Wilder can do that, man, oh man, it will help him tremendously.
Mm-hmm. Also, Ray Bay, brother in the super chat, dropping that. Dub on us in the super chat. He said, Blue, Kurt, salute. Salute to you, great brother.
Salute.
Yeah, he just looks quicker, right? He just going, just quicker, It is. What do you think it is, Kurt? Just getting comfortable muscle memory?
Yeah, like Malik, making him bounce on his toes and move with some rhythmic and perpetual motion, not just standing there. I never did like him just standing there, and then like in the second Ortiz fight, even though he got the knockout, I didn't really like that performance. We all know he could punch, but if he develops another punch and just move because of his athleticism, then he should be all right. Bounce on your toes, use the ring a little bit. I love a multi-dimensional fighter. Even with power, that's what made Tommy Hearns a freak of nature, man. He could box and punch.
Mm-hmm. Have Dan say, yo, Blue, I heard the purse split is 60-40. Yeah, it is. 60-40 in Tyson Fury favor. Yep, it's 60-40 in Tyson Fury's favor. NBA D Nice, what's going on? And he beat him. Tyson Fury won, you get 60-40 in his favor, right? What you think about that, Kurt?
Well, him coming off his victory, that's fair, 60-40. I don't have a problem with that. All Deontay, go in there and win the fight. That's I mean, he's going to make buku amount of money, get 40% from that fight. So, that's the winner of the last fight. They get the lion's share of the money, but that's 40% is still a lot. 60-40. That's fair. I agree with it.
Now, Kurt, let me ask you: what you see, what he's doing from the little pieces that we're seeing, are those the correct things you think to beat Tyson Fury?
Yeah, but like I've been saying all week, that's good that he can use the left hand and bounce, but it starts with your mind first. It's attitude, then you make the physical adjustments. It depends on his attitude. If he go in there like a house on fire, like it ain't no tomorrow, then the fight is gonna come even easier because of his attitude. And when you see rematches, just look at the fighter's body language. The people who was knocked out and they got the rematch, Lewis and Rockman. Lewis was all business. He wasn't losing that night. And if Wilder come out there and you could tell by his attitude, then he will be okay. It's more attitude than physical adjustments. Because like I said, Joe Louis didn't change his style when he beat Max Schmeling. He was knocked out brutally in the first fight. And the second fight, he went right to Schmeling, cracked his vertebrae, and knocked him out cold. He didn't do nothing different. Lewis was one-dimensional, but he was great at those dimensions that he had. And it was his attitude. He wasn't losing that night. He was a man possessed. He was in the zone. And that's what Deontay Wilder has to do, be in the zone. Don't bring your wife to the fight, none of that. Keep everybody away from you. You got to be dedicated and obsessed over Tyson Fury.
Boss Red 357, brother in the super chat. He said, I can't wait for betting odds to be on Fury so I could bet the house on Wilder to win. Yep. It's going to be epic. Man, Kurt, he win this fight. Man, he win this fight. DAZN Urbanite, what's going on? Man, Kurt, that's going to be historic, man. Where do you rate this comeback, Kurt?
Well, it will be is a legacy fight if he wins. It would be up there with Louis Rockman, Schmeling Lewis, guys that were knocked out and came back and knocked out because he lost badly in the last fight. And if he could turn around, those are the two fights that comes to my mind quickly. And I'm missing somebody, but Terry Nars and Simon Brown. That's another fight where Nars got knocked out and then they fought the rematch and Nars looked 100 times better because he boxed. But it's the attitude is what you have between your ears, your brain, and then the rest. We already know he has physical skills. We know he's a power puncher. He's working on certain things, but his attitude, when that bell goes ding, he's gonna fight like he never fight before.
Yeah, what you think about his training method? You know, the lifting the logs, and it's like he's looking to, because Fury is so big. You know what I mean? Him lifting the logs. It's like nature training, right? It reminds me of when Rocky was training. Remember that, Kurt, in Rocky IV?
Yeah.
Cutting the wood and things of that nature, going back to, just natural things. What you think about that? Like, because it looks like he's trying to get stronger to keep Fury, to be able to be strong to stand his ground. Am I right with that?
Yeah, well, when fighters do something different or they start like chopping wood like Floyd did. Floyd never worked out like that when he was taking on Manny Pacquiao. They want to be in supreme condition because they're anticipating a tough fight, and you give yourself a chance to win when you in supreme condition. So that's what he's doing. He's putting himself in supreme condition because he's expecting a tough fight. And fighters, they have to think like that. It may not be tough, but you have to train like the world's going to end tomorrow. So that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Salute to Noble Royalty, brother, in the super chat. He said, "What's good, Blue and Kurt? The only reason they're asking him to step aside is because all eyes on Fury, and he can't come with all the shenanigans." Oh yeah, now it's gonna be everything he does is gonna be viewed with a magnifying glass. Everything. Whether you, like I said, Kurt, whether you believe, the glove situation or not, whether you believe the water situation or not, all of those things are going to come into play. You can't go around it now. You can't go. There's no way around it. It has to be acknowledged, right? And now, when Tyson Fury, you remember, Kurt, when they put the camera, the towel over the camera and took the camera down and all of those things. Well, that ain't gonna be able to happen this time. Now, Malik Scott or Cuz or whoever is there to go check the gloves. Now they're gonna check it. Now I believe it'll be Malik Scott, and it's gonna be viewed with a magnifying glass. He's gonna be paying so close attention deep. And when Tyson Fury's getting hand wrapped, and when he's getting gloved, it's gonna be on camera. We're gonna see it now, because that's such a big part of what's taking place, that we're gonna see that now. When he go to pick the gloves, oh, you best believe we're gonna see that too. Am I right, Kurt?
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna miss nothing, man.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't gonna miss nothing. No. Everything gonna be under a microscope.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Yep. They ain't gonna
Everything.
Gloves, hands wrapped, everything's gonna be thoroughly checked.
Yep. The type of gloves, the texture, all of that is going to be viewed completely different than what he's used to. Completely different. Bobo, what's going on? But yeah, Kurt, let's get on out of here.
Yes, sir, man. For anybody want to see boxing, they got some preview shows that's on right now on ESPN. Talk about Taylor and Ramirez, so you guys can watch that. But great show, Blue. Man, thank you, chat, for the super chats. Thank you for your time and your patience. Man, I can't wait for Saturdays. It should be a terrific fight on Saturday. We will see you tomorrow. Break down the fight. My name is Curtis Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar. We will be back tomorrow.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.